This program is sponsored and produced by Let's Talk Hookup. Opinions and offers expressed during this program are not those of Odyssey or 97.3 The Fan. Sometimes they tell some pretty hefty fish stories. We don't know if they're true or not.
And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Mexa. We're in the world headquarters of Let's Talk Hookup here, right next to very busy San Diego landings in Point Loma. We have a great show for you today. Steve Pinard, John White, and Mike Panarisi from Dana Landing, ECBT, and Levin Grove Bait and Tackle. We're going to be talking some fishing, some tackle, and more. You stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan. Take a closer look at the Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport. You'll see adventure, discovery, and even a little mud. These 4x4s provide the muscle, tech, and durability to go anywhere. Get your ideal combination of power and capability to handle whatever comes your way with the GOAT modes. That's goes over any terrain. It's time to see Ford in a new light. New inventory has arrived. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealer to take a test drive today. They'll be glad to hook you up. Enter into fall with powerful deals on new Yamaha outboards during Yamaha's Fall into Savings sales event. From now until December 8th, 2025, purchase a new eligible Yamaha 30 to 450 horsepower outboard and get up to 7 years of coverage protection plus up to $500 in dealer credit for 150 to 450 horsepower outboards. Looking for lower horsepower? Yamaha's got you covered. Purchase a new eligible Yamaha 2.5 to 25 horsepower outboard and receive up to $700 in dealer credit. Visit your local Yamaha dealer today. Yamaha, reliability starts here. Offer ends December 8th, 2025. Subject to change. Other restrictions and conditions apply. Select models exclude 24 or 36-month Yamaha extended service contract added to factory limited warranty. Choice offer to Florida residents is a 24 or 36-month Yamaha limited warranty. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. Cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. What a fun day today. Little soggy day today. Good to have the boys. Today's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, you can see we have a full studio here in the world headquarters, and great to have Steve Pinard. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning.
Great.
How are you guys?
He's the big boss here, right?
All right.
Yeah, and then John White, the other big boss.
Morning, everyone.
Yeah, and Mike Panarisi, the other big boss. They're all bosses, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, for sure. So start with Mike over here. Mike, you run out ECBT.
That's correct.
Freshwater and saltwater headquarters out there in East County.
Yep.
Rickyville, we call it
the
out
spot,
there. Yeah,
It is.
it's the spot. Yeah. What's happening out that way?
Oh, we got a trout season starting right now. And everyone's gearing up for that.
For which season?
For trout.
For trout season.
Yep,
Okay.
trout season.
Which lakes are stocking right now?
There's Jennings' opening day, or actually opening season for this
cool.
weekend. So it's cool.
This weekend.
Yep.
All
Lake
right.
Jennings is such a rad spot too that like it always seems to fall under the radar of a lot of people, but like that is the coolest, like you are 20 minutes from anywhere in San Diego to be out there, but like that lake has like the coolest feel of like there's big trees and it's crystal clear water, and like that's one of the nicest lakes that doesn't get a lot of credit. Like that's a cool
It's the
spot.
middle of the city.
Totally.
Yeah. It's really cool.
There's a lot of big bass in there as well.
Are there?
Yep.
Yeah. Eating those big trout.
Yep.
Yeah. Do they stock? They stock pretty heavy.
They do
Yeah.
I believe every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
That's a cool one. And like but it's a really clear water lake, right?
it is.
And makes those things a little bit tougher to catch.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah. And do you interact with Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, or is that separate kind of?
Just a little separate. We do sharing wise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, a little bit of
It's all in
that.
the same family.
it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And then John, of course, we see you hanging out at Dana Landing over there all the time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
If you go by Dana, I'm there usually.
Yeah. And What's your specialty over there at Dana Landing?
A little bit of everything. We got tons of inshore and guys who know how to use it. Offshore, boat outfitting, you name it, we do it. Kind of specially based to the private boater is who our main customer is for saltwater.
Because you're right next to the launch ramp.
Yeah, we're right next to the boat launch ramp, so pretty much bass to bluefin. We've got everything.
This was a big lobster year too, and you guys always do a really big lobster display. How's the lobstering been on the Mission Bay side of things, and beyond?
I know it's been good. I don't follow like how well the guys are doing, but like people who know that like today is going to be the day because
after the fresh water.
Yeah, the worse the weather, the better the bugs.
Yeah,
the better they crawl. But we've had good lobster gear sales this year, and I think we kind of passed last year, which is you never know what you're going to sell. You put together the display and pre-order all the product and just hope like, oh, I hope I'm not sitting on this like all through the summer next year.
That's the thing, because you guys do. I would say it easily have the best display of lobster gear of anybody in San Diego, from hoop nets and cages and baits and all of the accessories that go along with it.
Yep. And and we have all the frozen bait too. We got the lobster logs that are pretty popular thing, for bait for the traps, and salmon heads and mackerel and sardines.
So you carry all that bait.
Yep,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
carry all the bait.
Source.
Yeah.
Even if you were going to San Diego Bay, there's no better spot for the gear than
Yeah.
there.
Lobster logs are pretty popular, huh?
They're pretty popular.
Yeah.
And the thing what guys have been using them for also in the off season is they're good like bait makers.
Oh,
It's like a good
can
like
see that,
kind of
sure.
mini chum bucket
Yeah.
for you.
throw it in a bait cage and
throw it in a bait cage and throw it in the water for
What a good call
mackerel.
that is.
Yeah.
Totally.
yeah, great call.
Yep.
And Steve, you oversee it all three stores, right?
I just try and stay out of the way at this point.
Stay out of the way.
Smart man.
Jokes
Yeah.
aside, I mean, you're only as good as the guys around you. Those guys,
You got the best.
they crush, and I just try and help and do what I can do.
Yeah. So talk about Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle. I mean, that's your newest store, and it's come a long way since you. How long ago did you pick it up?
I knew you were going to ask me that. What, probably 4 years ago?
Has
Yeah,
it been
about
that
4
long?
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
4
what I was going to
years?
say. You say the
Holy
newest
mackerel.
one, but it's been
Yeah.
a chunk of time.
Wow.
And it used to be Barnacle Bills, and that's when Gene was working for us. And he's like, you guys got to go buy this, and we did. So we bought it's the one place we own the property, so we bought that and the tackle store, and it was we've done a lot of work. We'll put it that way. It was in very, very tough shape. We completely like more or less gutted it, cleaned it out, threw out so much stuff. And I tell you, it's a sharp looking tackle store, and the sales show it. I mean, it's
That's awesome.
every single month.
Yep.
It just goes up and up.
Yeah.
Kind of at the beginning, we thought we were kind of stealing from East County, but it's not even the case because both are. I mean, it's every month. I'm floored at the increase in sales, and it's just. I mean, it's a great shop, and dude, Dustin does such a great job down there. That whole team does. So it's. There's a lot of people live down
I
there.
was just gonna say, how stoked
Yeah.
is the community to
Yeah.
have a very well run and
Yeah.
more importantly, a very well stocked. And the other thing too, if it's anything like Mikey does with ECBT, like it's stocked with the right stuff.
Yep.
And that's what always blows me away. Like East County Bait and Tackle is my local tackle shop. I go there all the time, and I mean that says something. I own a tackle store, and I go into ECBT all the time.
Yep.
And it's everything that's like fresh. Like the guys are so good about knowing what's happening right now. And our freshwater, and not that ECBT is only freshwater, our freshwater is like high pressured things. And like, that's the specialty. Those guys are so good about knowing what is happening right now. And if you go in and get that dope, it's just such a leg up on everything else.
Yeah, and down there, if if you're just going out on the half day boat, certainly you can roll down to Fisherman's Lane and get all your tackle. Some guys just want to get it their terminal tackle
Who
before,
doesn't want to play with their stuff before
and they
you go?
and they just
Exactly.
have it and they roll out. So there's that exposure, and then that's also the beauty of having the 3 stores is, if we don't have something at Lemon Grove, we can get it transferred over in a day.
Totally.
So they obviously kick back ideas and
love
products and
Inventory.
inventory. Yeah.
So Mike, is ECBT and Lemon Grove kind of the same idea, fresh and saltwater?
They are.
Yeah, they are. So ECBT isn't more slated to freshwater than than Lemon Grove, but they're both about the same.
They're about the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Lemon Grove's a little more catered to a little bit more saltwater for the South Bay guys.
Sure.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
What about-
Lemon Grove's also like they're kind of like a panfish specialty.
Okay.
You know, he's got like a big like crappie panfish. You know, they do have
Contingent.
they have live bait though too. So
I was-
both
that was
both
gonna be
the,
what I was
both the
gonna ask,
stores
yeah.
have, you know, shiners and crawdads and
worms.
worms. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you? I know Bill Varney was here a couple weeks ago and talking about bloodworms and what are the other things that come from China?
Lugworms.
Lugworms. Yeah. Do you guys carry those?
We do not.
You don't. Yeah. This thing is gnarly, huh?
Yeah.
Those would scare me to have them stock because like you'd have dreams at night of them like coming out of the box and stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but so you carry that surf bait other than lugworms and
Yes, we
bloodworms.
do.
Yeah. All right. Very
That's cool.
good. Well, so tell us about the big halibut derby happening at Dana Landing, Stephen.
You know, it's the 26th annual, believe it or not.
That's crazy.
26
Yeah.
26
Yeah.
years it's been happening.
Yeah, and it used to be called like the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. You know, we try and limit it to 40 teams. It really hasn't been an issue, but we don't want to get any more than that. But it is just it's such a good time. It's super chill. There's not a lot going on. You know, it's not like, you know, it's basically a holiday for a lot of people because right after Thanksgiving. A lot of the same guys have been fishing it forever. And, you know, I will tell you the amount of stuff that has been dropped off from manufacturers. Everyone is going to walk with a whole bunch of stuff. I don't even know how we're all going to give it all away to the amount of people, but yeah, it's a good time. And to be honest with you, you know, you get in the jackpots and like some guys make like $5 grand.
There's some
right?
real money to be
Yeah.
made.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
definitely, you know, we have cash jackpots, you know, that start at 20, like when Mike Peterson started the tournament, he kind of wanted to make it like a miniature Bisbees, but for halibut.
Yeah.
So there's different grades of cash buy-in for jackpot, and you know, like the team that won last year, I think they got just short of $4 grand.
That's awesome.
Whoa!
You know,
So
so
catching a big halibut.
for catching a big halibut.
And is it bay only or is it?
No, it's bay or ocean, and it's Mission Beach. Well, from Mission Bay north.
Okay.
To, you know, they have like a grid map
Uh-huh.
that shows you where you can fish, and people call in their catches. It's kind of fun because, you know, you bring up your cooler or kill bag at the end of the day, and then we weigh the fish in order that they were caught. So
Oh, that's cool.
So no one knows who's got
Who's got the
biggest
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
until the end. And last year, I'm pretty sure the team that won, that, you know, that they left. I want to say they left almost 1,000 on the table because they weren't in all the jackpots.
Wow.
Oh.
So there was one of the middle jackpots
Sure.
they weren't in.
What was the big fish last year? You remember?
It was in the 30s.
In the 30s.
Yeah,
Wow,
it was
that's
not
a big
bad. But I
halibut.
mean, some years it's like an 8-pounder will win it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, so you never know. Yeah.
And the thing that's so cool about that is, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are halibut experts for sure. And I'm sure you see guys that are always like in the top spot. But the cool thing about that is absolutely anybody is in the running. You know what I mean? If it's a striped marlin release tournament, none of us are ever going to catch Lasley.
Yeah.
But no matter what, you could rent a blue Dana skiff that day and drift a sardine in the channel of Mission Bay and hook a big halibut. I mean, it's
You definitely
everybody's
could.
in the running. Dad and 2 kids could be drifting around in a 16-foot Gregor and be in every bit as competition as the guys that are hardcore halibut everyday bounce baller. Like
Yep.
everybody's got a shot at winning that thing.
You never know when
Totally.
you're gonna get the bite. And it's funny because I know, you know, commercial halibut fishermen, they're like, well, I'm not going to fish in that. Anyone could get lucky. And, you know, I'd just be wasting my money because anyone could just get lucky and get the big one. It's like, well,
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
idea.
that's the idea. You know, you want to make a tournament
Yeah,
that
that's fun.
yeah,
Evens out the playing field.
Totally.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you get to participate in all the fun. And there's not an event that you guys do at Dana Landing that isn't super well run and has the fun party atmosphere when you're weighing everything in. And,
Oh yeah.
and
we're
the
doing
prizes
like, you
are
know, I'm
insane.
doing you know, pulled pork barbecue
Ooh.
for afterwards. And yeah, this year we got like Rapala or Rapala as they like to call it. We got AFCO, we got Penn giving us stuff. We've got Costa Del Mar just dropped off a big box of stuff. So
Nice.
So we've got, you know, some extra prizes in the pack. They do radio drawings
Oh,
throughout the day
cool.
while they're fishing. So, you know, we have like a radio base station set up. It's a fun time.
And it's limited to 40.
It's limited to 40. Yeah.
Okay. Still some room.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's
So you
space.
better sign up soon, though.
Yeah, no doubt. If it's only
Yeah.
40 boats, that'll
Yeah.
go.
And you can
And-
go. We have a website. It's just you could go on the Dana Landing website, just danalanding.com, and there's a link. But it's Halibut Classic San Diego, so it's halibutclassicsd.com, and we just have, there's like a Shopify cart there where you can enter all the jackpots and put your entry fee in
cool.
and everything. So it's
But,
just simple.
and you can link that right through the danalanding.com website.
Yep, link it
Yeah.
right through danalanding.com.
So for up to 40 teams, and how do you get the prizes? I mean, is it going to be just like a random raffle with the teams? Is that how it works?
Well, we have raffle prizes, but then there's like first through fourth or fifth, I think we have a cash prize based on the entry fees, and then there's the jackpot prizes on
Over
the
and
side
above
of
that.
that. So like last year, I think first place was on the entry side before the jackpots was $1,000.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And then it graduated down from there. And then on the other side, the jackpots are like winner take all. There's no placing there. So if you get the biggest fish and you're across the board and all the jackpots, depending on how many teams are in there, like some years when they would get up to 40 teams, like you're talking $6,000-$7,000.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. For catching a big halibut.
Yeah.
I know one of the best deals you guys have going are your rental skiffs in the bay. Super popular, and I say that because it's super popular amongst halibut guys. Has there ever been a winner from one of your hardcore halibut boat rental guys?
No winners, but definitely place.
Yeah.
There's definitely people that have placed in the rental skiffs.
Because
And what about kayaks?
Well,
fish
it's
kayaks?
to kind of help keep things honest. It's 2-person teams.
Oh,
So
okay.
you have to have at least 2 people.
Okay.
There's no single.
Mhm.
You can't enter it on your own.
On
So
your
I
own.
don't have a kayak division.
Okay. All right. Well, it's halibutclassicsd.com for
Yeah.
more information on
Yeah.
that. Or
Or-
just
or
stop
just-
by Dana Landing or
Yeah.
ACBT or Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle. They'll kind of get you help you get you signed up.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, as you can hear, we have a lot to talk about. We haven't even ventured into the tackle knowledge that we have in this room right now, both fresh and saltwater, for sure, right?
Yeah, today's going to be an awesome day and a really fun show. And we'd love to hear from you. If you want to be a part of Let's Talk Hookup this morning, give us a call at 833-288-0973. Again, 833-288-0973 is how you reach us on the phones. We're standing by at the fan to take your phone calls. Also, text the show, such a popular option now on Let's Talk Hookup. If you want to text in your question, the only way to do that is through the Let's Talk Hookup app. It's a free download, easy to do. Just make sure you include your contact info when you send in your text message. As soon as you open the Let's Talk Hookup app, you'll see right away the text the show option, and just make sure you include your name and a phone number. And we are giving away such a killer prize at the end of the show today.
Amazing prize.
Yeah.
2 prizes.
One lucky caller or texter is going to get their show.
No.
Well, I was going to say,
Double.
so 1 and 1. So a caller and a texter at the end of the show are each going to win a $100 gift card that's going to work for Dana Landing, ECBT, or Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle. So 1 on the caller side and 1 on the texter side. $100 shopping spree to go see Mikey and load up on the great gear at ECBT. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Or-
So
Or $100 to go see Johnny and load up
Yeah.
at East County or at Dana Landing
no
or
doubt,
Lemon
man.
Grove.
Yeah,
Bait and
good for
Tackle.
all 3 locations.
Yeah.
$100 coming your way. Again, if you want to get through, give us a call at 833-288-0973. Or again, text the show with your questions. Just make sure you include that name and phone number through the Let's Talk Hookup app. And when we come back, we're going to be taking those phone calls. We got catch reports and a whole lot more with the boys. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California sport fishing voice on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Haida Gwaii Safaris, formerly Queen Charlotte Safaris, invites you to experience the magic of Haida Gwaii Islands, British Columbia, Canada. Hi, I'm Valerie Hoprich. 25 years ago, I fell in love with these incredible islands, the breathtaking scenery, the warm community, and the truly phenomenal fishing. That passion inspired me to open my own fishing lodge, just steps from the Sandspit Harbor at Haida Gwaii Safaris. You will be fishing in pristine, unpressured waters for Chinook, king salmon, halibut, lingcod, and much more. Plus, be surrounded by untouched beauty. We pride ourselves on creating an unforgettable adventure that turns first-time guests into lifetime friends. You will come for the fishing, and you will come back for the memories. We are booking now. Call us at 1-877-815-2892 or visit our website, qcsafaris.com. Find us on Facebook and Instagram. Haida Gwaii Safaris, where adventure and friendship meet.
When you're pursuing big game fish, the right gear is essential. Not just the rod, reel, and line, but the right pair of binoculars too. So upgrade your gear to the best pair of Fujinon stabilized binoculars from Baker Marine. Baker Marine has been selling binoculars for decades, and more importantly, they service all brands right there at their San Diego Shelter Island location. Need the best? Fujinon Stabiscopes are the professional's choice. Looking for top-tier stabilization at a great price? The Fujinon Techno Staby TSX 1440s deliver rock-steady vision, even in rough waters, perfect for serious anglers. Baker Marine is the largest Fujinon retailer on the West Coast, and when you buy from them, they'll be there when your binoculars need service. Plus, they'll give you a great price on all in-stock Fujinon binoculars. Stop by their store on Shelter Island in San Diego and test a pair of Fujinon binoculars and see which ones are right for you. They even have compact and lightweight Fujinon stabilized binoculars for your next vacation or hunting trip. You know you need a pair of stabilized binoculars, so get them from the experts at Baker Marine. Learn more at bakermarine.com.
Hi, Bob Hoos with Costa Sunglasses. If you've got young anglers in your life who are just getting hooked, Costa's got something made just for them. The new Next Gen collection is built for long days on the water and takes Costa's iconic performance for smaller faces. Check out Schoolie, Costa's first 8-base wrap for smaller profiles, and Street Heat, a bold everyday frame with micro side shields that keep glare and spray where they belong. Help the next generation see what's out there and protect what's out there. Available now at costadelmar.com and select retailers starting at $130.
Sport fishing, not just for dad anymore, thanks to the Dana Wharf's Kids Club. Dana Wharf Sport Fishing invites all anglers 12 and under to join the Kids Club today. Membership includes over $100 of really cool stuff, like 2 free fishing trips, whale watch trip, as well as a free Dana Wharf Kids Club hat or t-shirt. Log on to the website, danawharf.com, or visit them in Dana Point Harbor, the bass capital of the West, and only minutes from the 5 freeway in Orange County.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Having a great time here this morning. Again, if you want to get through, talk to the boys from Dana Landing, East County Bait and Tackle, Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle. It's 833-288-0973. Or again, fire off a text on that Let's Talk Hookup app.
Yeah, don't forget, this hour is the only hour you can get through on the phones through the fan at 833-288-0973. So you can win a $100 gift card at any one of the 3 tackle shops. So let's go ahead and jump back in the phone.
I love it. We're going to start it off this morning with John. He's called us from San Diego. John, thanks for getting us started here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, guys. 2 quick questions. What's your recommendation from the Dana Deli, and what is the oddest fish that you guys have seen caught from Mission Bay?
For the deli, depends on the day, but like the number one, the Alexis is hard to beat.
Describe the Alexis, because it is such a great
sandwich.
It's
a turkey bacon, avocado, provolone on a like a honey oat bread. It's really good sandwich.
Skipper Italiano.
Yeah.
Every time, no matter what. No, not even a thought. Every time.
Tri-Tip Tuesdays.
Okay, well, maybe that.
Tuesdays, I love Tri-Tip Tuesdays. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then don't forget the breakfast too. You guys have great breakfast sandwiches.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. Ham, bacon, or bacon, egg, ham, egg, or sausage, egg, croissant, English muffin, bagels, or any kind of bread you want. Good sandwich.
I can tell you from having my boat at Dana Landing, I know that you need to call at exactly the Marina exit on the freeway to get your breakfast and lunch order in. And then by the time you make it to the deli, your breakfast sandwich and your lunch sandwich is already ready to go. Scope up a Mountain Dew and a Gatorade, and you're set for the rest of the afternoon.
Get a bag of ice.
Yeah, exactly. Call it ahead. Everything is ready to go. Jump on the boat. It's my favorite thing with Dana, man. Everything is so there. The gear, the people, the food, fuel, like everything is there.
Yeah. And as far as the skiffs, I've seen salmon. The guy's like, dude, I caught a steelhead, and I'm like, no, that's like a king salmon, really strange. I've seen striped bass. Those are about the two two craziest things you'd see. But people catch a variety of everything. A couple people bringing back large black sea bass.
Really?
No, that's a rock grouper. It's like, no, that's not a rock grouper.
That's a new one.
That's great.
Yeah, we're trying to revive 100-pound black sea bass. There's all kinds of fish in the bay, but and I think people kind of they have kind of a side network where they know what the bait is, because when there's anchovies for bait at the bait barge, it's guarantee you're going to have good halibut action.
Sure.
And so it's like they know no matter what time of year, I can tell if there's anchovies at the bait barge because all the skiffs will be out. Like it's because people didn't know our skiffs all have live bait tanks in them. Actual live bait tanks. And if they've got like the giant summer sardines, I just tell people that's not worth fishing in the bay unless you're going to cut it into strips.
See Johnny about what plastic.
Fillet it,
right?
Fillet it or something. But but definitely when it's smaller bait, and you've got decent weather, it's good halibut fishing.
Those skiffs are such a cool and affordable way to spend a day fishing in San Diego.
Yeah, and they're heavy,
insanely
and they're flat,
stable,
and they're super stable. You can walk around on them, no problem. Great boat to bring kids on, and they drift well. They don't drift too fast because they are heavy and not super hydrodynamic. And not I would rather fish on those than most of the other boats just by the way they drift and for how stable they are.
Yeah, you're not going to win the race of speed, but flat, calm, easy fishing. The things that you want.
It's a fishing boat.
Yeah, and plenty fast enough. Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, they're not, if you're going to go back fish, in the back bay, back by the 5 freeway, it's not ideal, but for me, I never going that far anyways. I'd rather fish, somewhat near the marina.
Totally.
A lot of stuff close by.
Yep.
So can you reserve those?
Yeah, you can now. We have like an online system. You can just, if you go on the website, you can
DanaLanding.com.
DanaLanding.com. The only thing is we only reserve for full days.
Got it.
So when people get a little messed up because they try to reserve a half day skiff, and we only reserve them for a full day, but we always keep walk-ups. So we always there's a couple boats that aren't reserved always, so you can still show up. And
by design, you might have 12 boats, but you take 10 reservations.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah,
that's cool.
We also have 3 center console boats if you want. We have the blue skiffs, which are our bread and butter, but we still have 3 center console boats.
If you want to go faster.
If you want to go faster to the back of the bay, or some people just love it. And
they
then
have bait tanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything does. And then we also have a fishing pontoon boat. We call it the casting couch, but which holds 6 people. It's actually great for a family, and it's plenty of room to spread out. And we are adding another one that should be ready by next week.
Wow.
Which, having 6 people on that comfortably to go to fish is
Well, how about this time of year when you're holiday time and people are coming in from out of town, and you've got somebody from the Midwest that wants to come enjoy San Diego, and we usually get those killer afternoon days. Rent the party barge and go catch some spotties for a couple hours. And what a cool deal.
Yeah. There's plenty of families who'll go out on the blue boat with 6.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, hey, I have a great text here, and it's from Charles in La Mirada. He says, good morning, Pete, Rockhard, Rick, and guests. For a question, I've heard a lot about Lake Jennings. If you can elaborate location, size of the lake, also Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle. Also, do they have boat rentals at Lake Jennings? I want to come and catch some trout.
They do have boat rentals at Lake Jennings. Lake Jennings is about 20 miles east of San Diego, and it's roughly about half mile by half mile. Like, it's a fairly small lake.
Small lake.
Yep.
But there's a lot of fish in that
There's
lake.
quite a bit of fish in there.
Yeah.
And super easy to get to. It's right off the 8 freeway. It's just like it's a quick hit, real easy.
Yeah.
It's 2 miles maybe from ECBT.
Correct.
You came out to 67, you would dump off into the East County Bait and Tackle parking lot, and then when you load up on your gear, it's less than 5 minutes from
right down
ECBT
Maple
to
View.
the shop.
Yeah. 5 minutes from
ECBT.
ECBT. Yeah.
And El Cap and San Vicente
all
and
of
anywhere
it,
else you'd want to fish.
Yeah. I remember Hugh Marks, our old buddy.
Sure.
That, he used to always you got to come out to Lake Jennings and catch some trout, Pete. And I used to go out there.
So killer.
Just it's good fishing.
It is.
Yeah. Because it's small. There's not a lot of places for them to hide.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, and you guys will kind of dial in somebody like Charles that wants to come down. It's like, here's where to go. Here are the spots and that kind
Definitely.
of thing.
Well, correct.
That's your deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come in, beat the tips, get your head start on the way. So,
all right.
Great. I love it. All right. Hey, again, if you want to join us, 833-288-0973 is how you reach us on the phones. And a text from John in Rancho San Diego. Hey, great show, guys. Good hearing from the Dana, Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, and ECBT guys. Hey, can you list your top 3 East County lakes for freshwater fishing? Also, could you give us your single go-to outfit and bait for catching largemouth locally?
Ooh. That's a tough one. Probably the best lake right now. Unfortunately, you can't put boats on it, but it would be El Cap.
Oh.
El Capitan is really good for bass fishing right now.
But you can put a kayak or a float tube on it.
Kayaks, float tubes, or card hopper boats.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So why can't you put a boat on it?
Unfortunately, the city dropped the lake level low, so the launch ramp is out of the water, and
you can't get in.
Can't get in, unfortunately.
If this system gives us enough water that they're talking about, will that be enough to get it back up? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Crossing our fingers.
Yeah, that's what everybody's. That's the hope.
That's what we're looking forward to.
Bring on the rain.
Yeah.
Bring on the rain and put it all in El Cap.
Exactly.
But Kyle, our board up at the fan, said that he had to go a detour off of 15 today. So maybe there's more in certain spots. So you never know. You never know.
What about popularity wise? If somebody was trying to get a bite on a largemouth right now, fishing San Diego, East County lakes, what's the go-to thing these days?
Ooh, that depends on which lake you're going to.
Okay.
Some bass are schooled up right now in the fall transition, so they're chasing bait around the lake. So they're going to be in giant groups. So
and that's fun fish because that can be real visual too, right? Like I always think about every time somebody like Mike is on Let's Talk Hookup, it's always amazed me how many freshwater questions and how much interest it is. But from a show that's got a higher percentage of people saltwater fishing, I always think like this time of year, freshwater bass can be some of the most fun because it's the most similar to, you're fishing in a very cool, more tranquil setting, but it can be visual. It could be casting a fish that are splashing on the surface. You can get a group of fish and have a lot of bites.
True. Yeah, you have some summer bites going on, and it's transitioning to the fall, so you got a variety of things you can throw at
ways
them.
You could catch them.
Yeah,
cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the other thing, you not only have the resource of Mike at ECPT, you also have Bruce Smith out there.
Correct.
Who's guides on all the lakes.
That's correct.
And is very, very helpful.
He's a really knowledgeable guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, knows his stuff.
He does.
He talks the bass thing. Yeah, for sure. Hey, 833-288-0973. Again, giving away $100 gift card to a caller and $100 gift card to a texter. This is a great text, but what are the first rules of texting the show on the app? Name and phone number and location. This guy didn't do either one. So no card for you. But it's a good question. Do you guys carry Costa sunglasses? I broke my frame on my coasters and I need another pair.
Yes, we do.
You carry Costas
You carry Costas.
at ECBT.
Yep.
And at Dana Landing.
And at Dana Landing. What about Lemon Grove?
No.
But so at Dana Landing and ECBT.
Yep.
Yeah, you carry like a full line of Costas.
Come in either place, we'll get you taken care of.
Yeah. All right.
There it is. Hey, another one. Morning, guys. Great show. Hey, the Blue Water boat rental sound like a lot of fun. Wondering what is required of me to rent the boat. Is there an age limit, boater cards, all the information, etc.? Can't wait to get on the water and go fishing with you guys. And that's from Matt in Los Angeles.
So we really just you have to be 18 years old. We need like a driver's license. The beauty of what we do, we're one of the legal boat rental companies in San Diego, or Mission Bay. So our instruction of how to use the boat is in lieu of a boater's card. So if you rent from us, you don't need a boater's card.
Because you're getting a legitimate, legal professional explaining.
You go meet somebody in a marina and rent their boat, you have to have a boater's card, and it's illegal. But so that's the beauty. You really we explain where to go, how to use it, any issues you might have or
all
anything.
that stuff.
And it's incredibly affordable. Like that's the thing that try to go do something for a day that includes renting equipment and having a good time. Like it is the cheapest fun in town. And if you talk about splitting it with a couple of buds, it's awesome.
It's $60 for a half day.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, the day after Thanksgiving, we do our usually winter special where during the week, Monday through Friday, you run it for a half day, you get it for a whole day.
That's crazy.
So
on the day after Thanksgiving.
Well, that's when our special starts. We'll have a code out.
What about for the halibut?
That's on the weekend.
Yeah, on the weekend.
That's
This is Monday through Friday.
Monday through
So
Friday.
until spring.
But how about a time of year when most people are off from work, or you could at least sneak away a little bit? Yeah. Two buds get together and rent that thing. It's $30 a piece, and you're having it for the full day.
Yeah. And you could have it from whenever it gets light, 7 in the morning till 4:30.
That's the whole winter.
All winter.
Yeah.
Monday through
cool.
Friday. Yeah.
So halibut derby. Do you have guys renting kayak, renting the blue boats or the center consoles and fishing the halibut derby?
I don't know yet this year. I haven't looked, but every year there's usually one or two people.
Yeah. But they're available if you want to fish. If you don't have a boat, you want to fish the halibut class.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Again.
Yeah, you are gonna have to stay in the bay. We don't rent any boats for the ocean. But,
but there's a lot of big fish in the bay.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you don't, and I'm sure that you're not allowed to. I next up want to hear the story of what's the furthest away somebody has been inappropriately in one of the blue skiffs, because I guarantee you someone has not followed the rules, and I'm sure there's been a phone call somewhere of hey man, this guy's a little outside the line.
It slowed way down, but I remember when RJ was running these. I swear to God, he would call us all the time and just say they'd be out at La Jolla.
In La Jolla.
Yeah, I mean, I had a guy come in once, and he wanted a refund because his bait pump died, and I said, well, when your bait pump dies, you got to come back into the dock, and we can fix it for you real quick. He goes, I was up off Wind and Sea.
Yeah.
How long did that take me? I go,
That's great.
I go,
what about the rules that you not?
Yeah, exactly.
You're supposed to leave the channel.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, oh, well, I'm like, no, I'm not giving you.
There's no bilge pumps on these things. There's no
They're a
drain.
base skiff.
They're a base skiff. Like you're bailing out what goes in there. Like
That's funny.
Yeah, they're
Don't do it.
flat bottom, flat nose. Like first little chop you see is going right in the boat.
Yeah, what makes them so perfect for the bay is also the reason they shouldn't be outside the bay.
No,
the 11 inches of freeboard all the way around.
That's great.
Darren and Menifee has a great question here. Happy rainy day, Pete, Rick, and Steve, John, and Mike. And he says, does Dana Landing do basic reel cleaning and maintenance? And how long will it take to get it done?
Yeah, we do, reel repair, full service. It's about like 5 to 6 weeks right now. So it varies, it varies throughout the year depending on how busy we are. But yeah, we go through reels.
We should expand on that. You have Dougie.
Yeah,
Dougie's amazing.
Yeah,
Dougie does a job, man. That guy is the master of the reels, right?
As long as his attention span will go. Yeah.
It's a short window every morning.
Short window. But he gets it done eventually.
He gets it done. Yeah. We're he's very particular. We don't like to let anything go out that's not repairable, so but definitely once your reels have been gone through once, they're going to last longer than the next time, because the factories tend to go a little shy on the lubrication and greasing and stuff. So
how about an ECBT?
Yeah, we do a full reel service over there as well.
Same thing. And is there a time of year that's better than, like, I always tell our guys, like right now, at least in the saltwater thing, is like the best time to bring your reels in.
Correct.
August, the wait is going to be, 6 weeks long, but right now you can get things turned around relatively quick. When's the ideal time for you guys?
Fall through winter.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the time.
Springtime, a lot of guys come in, get their reels all ready for the next season coming up. So
you got a week of rain and not ideal conditions, so that almost knocks a week out of it. You drop everything off now, you've only got 1 week to wait before everything's ready to roll again.
The one thing I tell people is bring in one or two at a time.
That's such a good way to do it.
Some people, like, they come in May with like 15 reels, and they're like, well, what do you mean it's going to take me 6 weeks? It's like, well, it's going to take us a week just to do your reels alone. Don't.
There are other people.
Don't take yourself out of the game.
Yeah,
totally. If you bring one reel at a time in throughout the season, all your gear will stay in good working order.
I know our reel mechanics always stress too, and it's more so like boat reels that live on the boat, but they always say the same thing. Like, man, if you could just get this thing to me twice as often, it would literally cost you half as much. They get reels that are just
absolutely.
If you bring a reel in for service, it's an inexpensive couple of bucks in labor. It's put back together perfect, then it lasts again for the year. If you wait until it's seized and the studs are all corroded into place, and our mechanic says the same things, like, I had to work for 2.5 hours to get this reel apart. Once it's apart, it takes me 15 minutes to fix it. But if it takes me 2 hours to get it apart, there's labor charge and there's time and everything else. Like, if you could service your reels instead of fixing your reels, you'd be so money ahead.
Yeah, people bring in a reel and it's grinding, and they're like, I think it needs a little oil. I'm like, I can already tell you need, $75 worth of bearings in this thing right now. So
now wait a minute. Freshwater, are you supposed to service freshwater reels?
Yeah, occasionally.
Really?
Yep.
I thought with the freshwater, you don't need service.
No, they'll wear out eventually. Yeah.
Unlike you and I, there are also guys that exist that use their freshwater reels more than 2 trips a year. So I mean, if you put those things through those paces, like, Pete and I, like, as long as our El Salto gear is good, we're good.
Yeah. But even so, I say that jokingly because sometimes I don't use my freshwater gear a lot, and sometimes I pull it out like, wait a minute.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
It's not free schooling very well. Sitting around is not good for the reel either.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's in the garage, sitting in the hot and cold, that fluctuation, all the oil tends to.
Before you go on a big trip, bring it into ECPT.
Definitely.
And
Dana Landing.
think about what a hardcore freshwater guy that fishes all the time. I mean, that if it's an application where you're chucking and winding, you're making thousands of casts a trip.
Oh, yeah.
You multiply that over, your week. I mean, that reel is going through some serious, you're wearing gears down. And think about the number of turns those bearings have been through. Like, give those things some service, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming our way, including catch reports, more of your phone calls. If you want to get through, remember, one caller and one texter, each winning a $100 gift card to East County Bait and Tackle, Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, or Dana Landing. 833-288-0973 is your shot. When we come back, more of those phone calls. You stay tuned. You're listening to Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California's sport fishing voice, on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
One rod has set the standard for serious saltwater anglers worldwide, and that's CalStar. From the rugged dependability of the West Coast series, the lightweight strength of the Graphiter, or the performance of the GG series, all CalStar rods are handmade right here in Southern California of the finest materials and craftsmanship. Check out the new CalStar models now available, as well as upgrades to the classic rods that you know and love. If you want your tackle to be state-of-the-art tools to get the job done right, it's CalStar at Fine Tackle Dealers.
Hey guys, this is Ali Husseini from Local Knowledge and BD Outdoors. I'm a lucky guy in so many ways, and one thing I'm really grateful for is my little brother, Yosef. Yosef is not only a fellow angler, but he's also an amazing realtor that specializes in helping us in the angling community find the ultimate home. If you own a home, get a free no-obligation evaluation online now by typing in SoCalHomeEval.com. That's SoCalHomeEval.com. All you do is put in your address and you'll get a home value report immediately sent to your email. No pressure, no obligations, just answers. Yosef is the SoCal real estate go-to guy. He's helped me and my fellow fishing buddies find what they're looking for in a home. He knows anglers and he understands the real estate market. Not only that, but he's also a really nice guy. How many brothers can you say that about? Go to SoCalHomeEval.com and find out where you stand in the real estate market, and then get with Yosef and find your ultimate home. Again, go to SoCalHomeEval.com and we'll see you on the water.
I believe there is no doubt that the finest sport fishing in the world starts right here in San Diego. This is Captain Frank Lepresti. Our fleet of long-range boats and crew are unmatched, and the Royal Polaris and Shogun are right at the top of the list. Captain Jonathan Yamati and his crew aboard the Royal Polaris are considered to be the finest long-range vessel in the world. From summer bluefin, yellowtail, and wahoo to giant yellowfin tuna, our record is unmatched. The Shogun, under the direction of Captain Rene Monteagudo, has become one of the most popular long-range boats in the fleet. This big, wide, solid riding vessel has gained a reputation for catching fish and treating their customers to an epic vacation on the water. I am so proud of Jonathan, Rene, and the crews on both the Royal Polaris and Shogun, as they have helped me keep the reputation of the premier vessels in the long-range fleet. Come see for yourself. Book a trip on the Royal Polaris or Shogun today. Check RoyalPolarisSportFishing.com or ShogunSportFishing.com, or call Monica or Jen in the office at 619-226-8030.
Turner's Outdoorsman, Southern California's #1 shooting, hunting, and fishing tackle retailer since 1971, is right in your neighborhood. Now with stores throughout Southern, Central, and Northern California. No one does it better. Turner's Outdoorsman brings you the best prices and selection, plus a knowledgeable staff that will help make your day on the water or in the field more fun. Stop by your neighborhood Turner's Outdoorsman. To find a location nearest you, check the web at turners.com and sign up for special deals and more.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Having a great time here this morning. Lots of great fishing going on. And as promised, it's time to find out what's biting out there. It is time for the Catch Report today, sponsored by Gamakatsu. Hey, they have an amazing lineup of fishing accessories now available that includes fillet knives, everyday carry knives, those killer blue G boxes, and the bags to store all your tackle, ceramic braid scissors, and more. You can see them at your local dealer or check gamakatsu.com. I know lots of Gamakatsu accessories available at all the shops, ECBT, Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, Dana. They make some really killer. It's not really just hooks. Like, they got some really killer stuff.
Those fillet knives they make,
yeah, awesome.
Man.
Solid rings and split rings are
Yeah.
good. All their
accessories.
hardware now, no doubt about it. Well, hey, with that, we're gonna find out what's going on the water. Marcos from C4 Sport Fishing on the line. What's up, Marcos?
Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing today?
Doing great, buddy. Good morning.
Great to hear from you. It's raining.
Yeah, for some reason, nobody's out there fishing today. I mean, we didn't get any boats out. Nobody showed up. I don't get it. We've had some pretty good fishing over the last week here, and actually, that started off with a half-day trip, probably about a week and a half now. They've been consistently catching yellowtail on those afternoon trips. See, watching Captain Chris Carpow out there doing a pretty good job. I know they had a 30-pounder earlier in the week, and he said most of those fish are 20 pounds plus. So this is, when we talk about those local home guard yellowtail, there's some nice ones out there for sure. Seeing some bass and other stuff in the mix there. And that's mostly in the afternoon. That's pretty much all in the afternoon. The morning trips are still doing that deep water rock cod fishing, and that's been spectacular also. So once this weather blows through here, hopefully they'll be right back to that with some great fishing.
Yeah.
If you want to go in the morning, do that deep water, get some freezer filler rock cod, or you want to go in the afternoon and try and catch a big yellowtail. Both doing great. The San Diego on those full days, Boog extended out those offshore trips through this week. Like I said, unfortunately, he lost a few days here because of the weather. But beyond that, he had some great fishing in the mix there also. On Thursday, 97 yellowtail. Day before that, 1 yellowfin, 23 yellowtail. Day before that, 7 bluefin, 4 yellowfin, 4 skipjack, 38 yellowtail. So all around good fishing. He is online to go back to the island starting Monday, but we'll see how that goes. He may go back offshore because fishing was pretty good, but just keep an eye on that. Check the website, seaforthlanding.com. Got the full schedule up there for those half days, those full days. We still got those day and a half and longer trips fishing, and they're still doing great on those bluefin and yellowfin, yellowtail. So, heck, man, we're getting close to Thanksgiving here, and we talk about it every year, but you may be able to have a bluefin for Thanksgiving there if you don't want to do the turkey thing. So definitely hop on there, make some reservations, and come out fishing once things dry out a bit here.
I dig it, man. Like you say, a little bit of a soggy morning, but still some very good fishing to be had, Marcos. Great report. Sure appreciate that, and we'll look forward to hearing you again next week.
We'll talk to you then, guys.
All right.
Thanks,
And
Marcos.
flat, calm conditions too, right?
Yeah.
It's
been absolutely flat.
This
out there.
I know that it happens a lot. Marcos talks about it all the time, but this season just got to me more than normal. We always talk about how we run out of fishermen before we run out of fish.
Oh boy.
Every single day and a half trip that is run, I at least I know for fishermen, and I'm sure Seaforth and Point Loma and everybody else has been the same. Every single trip that we've run for almost a month has had limits of bluefin, and a lot of them had limits of bluefin and limits of yellowfin, and we have zero that was it.
Yeah.
And we couldn't hardly get a single boat, 2 or 3 boats online, ready to go. It's for sure the best tuna
it's
fishing
been.
we have had the entire year, and just not a single boat going.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
When Captain Frank Lepresti called the radio show and said, hey, with this fishing being so good, the Queen and the Supreme and the
Tomahawk
the few guys that were running, we're going to put the Tomahawk online, day and a half, reduced price. It just
couldn't get out.
Didn't get off the dock. Limits of bluefin and yellowfin for all the boats.
Yeah.
And just it's crazy to me.
The one that was funny was Ryan on the Game Changer was in the tackle shop the other day. I stopped in and he's like, yeah, I'm leaving right now. This was like the day before yesterday. I'm leaving right now to head to the bank. It's like, dude, if you looked at the forecast, he goes, everybody's saying that. It's flat calm out there, man. It's going to stay flat calm until we get back. I think he came back this morning or something like that. But he said it's just the fishing's too good.
It's too good not to go.
It's too good.
Yeah, it's crazy.
For sure. Hey, speaking of C4 sport fishing, let's talk about a great place to go eat, and that is Charlie's Landing right at C4 Sport Fishing in Mission Bay. I know Brent's a good buddy of yours, Steve.
Yep,
and
he's a good guy.
You hang out there, and the guy knows how to run a restaurant.
Yeah, he's done a few. Yeah, he really does.
Yeah, and evident of that is Charlie's Landing. If you go to a restaurant that's well run, you know it. Like I went to a restaurant, had lunch yesterday. Restaurant was not well run. Restaurant that's well run is quality food, great service, and consistency, and that's Charlie's Landing.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a fun spot, and the atmosphere is so cool at C4 Sport Fishing. You can go over there and get one of Brandt's smash burgers or any of the great stuff, and just you're even if you're not going fishing, it's just a really cool place to hang out. You see the boats coming and going, and I dig it there. They do such a good job.
They do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if you're there doing a half day, you can go for breakfast. You can go have lunch. It's a great place to go for lunch. They have great outside sitting area there. See all the boats from Seaforth, and then of course dinner. Nice dinner there. You can go have a great dinner right on the water.
And they still have both for fishermen or whale watchers. If you have a ticket going on a C4 Sport Fishing boat,
boat and you order an entree, your first beer is just $1.
$1.
Yeah. So if you're getting a burger, a burrito, or any of the great stuff they do there, and you're going on a trip, you're holding a ticket in your hand. First cold one's on them for $1.
Yeah, that's right. That's Charlie's Landing. It's right at Seaforth Sport Fishing, right across from Dana Landing in Mission Bay. Check it out. If you haven't been there, you're missing out. Charlie's Landing. Good spot.
No doubt about
let's
it.
So jump into the phones, Rick.
You got it. How about this time we talked to Robert? He's calling us from Canyon Country this morning. Good morning, Robert. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Like usual, guys, a great show. I just want to throw out some accolades. So a really good friend of mine, Mike from Torrance, the real Mike from Torrance, he won a trip on the show for the Cortez. And he invited me. It was 2 guys for a 2.5 day. We had an incredible trip. Fishing was outrageous, but I just want to throw it out there for Rambo and the Cortez. Does a 15 limited load. It was awesome. The boat is incredible. The crew is incredible. It was just a fabulous trip, and I want to thank you guys, and I want to thank Rambo on the Cortez. We made sure we tipped them good because we won the trip, and I just want to thank Mike from Torrance, and it was over the top. We got bluefin, we got yellowfin, and I ended up getting a small Dorado. So thank you guys for the trip, and thanks to the Cortez.
Yeah, well, that's awesome, Rick. That's great.
Yeah, good times. Great. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. I have a great text here from Sean in Port Hueneme, and he has a question about, with Christmas coming along, gifts. Love your show, and I'm looking for affordable, functional spinning or bait casting combo that would be good holiday gift for beginning, low, intermediate, middle-aged school kid angler. Line class 8-pound okay? Is it okay to use 8-pound or to be used in the bays and the local lakes for bass fishing? Sean.
Yeah, anywhere between 8 and 12 pound.
8 and 12.
Yeah.
And what would you recommend? Give us a kind of an example of an affordable combo that somebody comes into ECBT.
A good affordable like spinning combo would be like the Shimano Symmetry combos.
Uh-huh.
Those are perfect.
Oh, so that's actually a combo rod and reel.
Yep, correct.
Yeah, and you carry those?
Definitely.
And you put 8 or 10.
Yeah,
or 12
usually
on
8 or 10, depends what the customer wants.
Okay.
So
and how much is that?
Those ones start around $89.99.
Oh wow.
The rod and reel.
Rod and reel.
So put a little line on it, buy a few lures, and
yep,
you're in for less than $100. Probably.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Bait casters are going to run a little bit more. You can put a heavier line on them.
So, for a beginner, though, you'd probably want to start them out on that
on a spinning rod, unless they want to kind of get used to the bait caster. And we do have beginner friendly bait casters that have a manual like backlash cast control on them. So if you're just starting out, those would be perfect.
What are your favorites of those?
I know Abu Garcia makes one.
Okay.
So that's a starting out like anti-backlash reel.
And this isn't like a casting control on a more competitive. I mean, this is like a true
bait
non-backlash style reel.
Yep.
Maybe it doesn't get the same performance that Mikey's reel is going to get, but
true.
This is a very user-friendly start you out. If you're wanting to introduce a kid, which maybe sounds like he's wanting to do a good way to transition over from a spinning outfit.
Exactly.
All right.
My question was going the other end. I have Steve's credit card, and I'm going to get the nicest. I want a really bitchin' spinning reel outfit. High end. Money's no object. You got Powerball money in your pocket. What are you buying from ECBT?
Ooh, you get a Dio Exist, Shimano Stella, Twin Power.
Okay.
Any of those super high end, lightweight, super precision reels.
And rod to go with it?
Got a variety.
Okay.
We got the Daiwa Steez, G Loomis NRXs, Shimano Conquest rods, high-end Phoenix rods, all the way through Mega Bass.
Got it all covered.
You guys,
let's jump into the phones real quick.
You got it. How about we talk to Carrie? Carrie's calling us from Fallbrook this morning. What's up, Carrie? Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Well, thank you. You guys are awesome. I love your show. I have a question. You may not like it, but how come they don't have weight limits on like the tuna, like the bluefin? Sometimes you see them super big, and sometimes they're like really small, like they need to swim a little bit more.
Oh, like catch size limits, you mean?
Yeah.
I think that the reason is one reason is it's not an easy fish to release, and the other thing is you can achieve the numbers of fish that are caught by one of two ways. You can have a size limit, and then you can have a take limit, and the take limit is reduced on bluefin, and like the end goal is the same. When they want X number of fish
to be taken or not. That's what it is. I think it's just the fact that tuna are not easy fish to catch and release. And so the bag limit is reduced rather than the size limit.
I think if you're going to if you want to do weight, which is what I thought you said, by the time you found out the weight, the fish would be in tough shape. It would be tough for it to survive.
And realistically, we really don't catch small tuna around here that are something that you're going to release. We don't catch 5-pound tuna realistically. I mean,
it doesn't.
We do.
It doesn't really matter for the bluefin here
That's what I was gonna say,
because none of the bluefin in the Eastern Pacific are spawning fish. Like they've never spawned before, so.
Right.
Whether it's 5 pounds or 300 pounds, it doesn't. It's the same.
They're not a
thing.
spawning.
Yeah, they're not a spawning.
You're
fish,
taking
so-
one out of the reproductive size
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yep.
Hey, when we come back, we got another full hour Let's Talk Hookup coming for you on Facebook and YouTube Live, as well as that Let's Talk Hookup app. We're going to say goodbye to the fan, but we'll be back tomorrow on the fan, and we got another full hour for you. Tune in on that Let's Talk Hookup app, as well as Facebook and YouTube Live.
This is Pete Gray to tell you about my fishing. Dan Hume and his amazing company, Hume Termite. As you know, Southern California is infested with termites. It's a constant battle for anyone who owns a home, and that's where Hume Termite come in. They're strictly termite experts. They start with a thorough inspection to find out why you have termites in the first place, then recommend sustainable treatment options that work. Hume Termite has been controlling my termites for years, and I have recommended them.
For local or long-range fishing, we have you covered. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professional. Being a part of the San Diego Sport Fishing Landing gives us a distinct advantage when it comes to getting you on the latest and hottest tackle for your trip. Our expert staff knows exactly what you need for your long-range or local trip, and we will not sell you something you don't need. We carry a huge inventory of the right tackle. So visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hardworking crew will make your fishing experience one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. Fisherman's Landing is a full-service sport fishing operation offering great half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day trips on the spacious and comfortable 85-foot Liberty. With bunks for your comfort, a huge bait capacity, and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Fisherman's Landing also boasts the best captains and crews in the business, from seasoned veterans to our young future legends. All our open party trips from half-day, full, or 1 to 3 day trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Captain Jamie Tennis from Seasoned Sport Fishing here. For the past few seasons, a dart-styled metal jig has come into play in a big way for tuna offshore or even rockfish down deep. AFCO's crossbreed jig has quickly become the go-to for many since it came onto the market. AFCO's crossbreed jig is good to go right out of the package with a 4X treble hook, heavy-duty split rings, West Coast colors, and sizes 60 gram to 120 gram. Pick one up today at your local tackle store or learn more on afco.com.
Do you know why 1 million customers visited Summit Gasoline last year at the San Diego Sports Arena? Because they give you the lowest price on fuel, great service, and easy access, even for trucks and trailers at their 24 pumps. Summit is known for the best price on ice, too. Almost half the cost of any other vendor. 25 pounds for just $3.99. Martha and her crew love fishermen, and they'll prove it by giving you 100 pounds free with a 35-gallon fill-up. Summit offers over 40 snacks and drinks to choose from for only 89 cents, and even a line of hand creams and lip balms for 89 cents too. Summit now proudly offers locally made burritos and sandwiches, made fresh daily and ready to go wherever the current takes you. Summit just upgraded their car wash, and for a limited time, get a deluxe car wash for only $6. Grab the wife's car, grab a cheap sandwich, and make up for the day on the water. Summit Gasoline, lowest prices, friendliest staff, easy access, and free ice. What more can you ask for?
Now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. Get ready for more of the best fishing information and the hottest tips on improving your angling skills. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And now, Southern California's sports fishing voice, the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, and Corey Sanders.
Welcome back. Hour number 2. Let's Talk Hookup right here on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live. Pete Gray here, along with Rock God Rick Maxa in the world headquarters on a rainy Southern California Saturday morning, and but still action going on out there. There's a couple boats, Royal Star's unloading, XL's unloading, and I think Royal Polaris is out there or something like that. They're unloading a lot of fish right now, so there's still fishing going on.
Today's a big day, and boy, long range fishing. It might be soggy here, but you get 800 miles south of here, and it's a whole nother story when you hit the tropics.
It's all good.
Long range fishing is not just good right now; it's some of the best it's ever been, and there's some fun times going on right now.
For sure, we have great show going on here. Steve Pinard, John White, Mike Panarisi from Dana Landing, ECBT, and Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, talking fishing and giving away fantastic prizes today.
Boy, if you didn't hear the beginning of the show, unbelievable. And thanks to all these guys for making that happen. One lucky caller and one lucky texter are each going to win a $100 gift certificate, gift card that's available for either East County Bait and Tackle or Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle or Dana Landing. You got $100 coming your way. If you want to get through in the second hour, the only way to do it now is through that Let's Talk Hookup app. Again, it's a free download. It's the easiest way to listen to Let's Talk Hookup. You can catch all the archive shows. If you had a cool tip you wanted to catch from last week, you can check that out. You can listen to this show on your drive home. It's the only way to do it. Let's Talk Hookup app, and it's the only way that you can text in your questions to the show. As Pete said earlier, make sure you include your contact info, just a name and a phone number, along as your question is all we need to make sure we can get a hold of you if you win one of those $100 prizes.
That's right, indeed. And time for the catch report now.
Today, it's sponsored in part by the Fish Pros at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego, where you can get the premier processing experience. Check out the easier online system for your processing for your long-range trips. With more team members, Fisherman's Processing stays far ahead of the rest. More same-day capacity, the finest in customer service. You can stop by their location in Old Town on Taylor Street or check fishermansprocessing.com and be sure you make your reservation today.
Good morning, Captain Mark Wish, Pacific Edge.
Good morning, Pete, Rick, Steve, John, Mike. You got a world-class full house there, buddy.
Yes, we do. What's better than a rainy day than to talk fishing with Mark Wish, huh?
Oh, man. Boy, you talk about the rainy day. Holy crap. We've had some heavy showers here. I was just looking at the radar just a little bit ago. We've got this massive thunderstorm complex sliding up the coast. It's going to be here in about 2 hours, man. It's going to be game on.
Time for an AFCO rain gear, right? You got to get that top of the line AFCO rain gear.
It's time to sit on my couch with a cup of coffee and watch the world.
Oh, come on, Mark. Put the AFCO rain gear on and get out there.
Whoa.
Oh, I have done that for so many years back in the old days. But anyway, guys, so before this weather, we had a few interesting nuggets, not an awful lot realistically, but on the outside, San Nicolas finally got checked yesterday. One of the sport boats ventured out there. They had a tank of squid and a tank of sardines, and as expected, no shortage of cods and ling cods. They were snapping. But as the exotics, nope, nice weather, but no bites on the exotics. So that's the San Nicolas report. That probably the next one will be a while off. No Santa Barbara Island reports either. Or at Catalina, I was there last weekend. Beautiful weather, exactly the opposite of what we got going on right now. I'll tell you that for sure. Warm, sunny, flat, calm. There is a huge amount of bait over there in several places, but the main area is kind of from just below Silver Canyon to just above Salta Verde, like that. Tremendous commercial pressure in there, but no problem making bait. Just stay away from the commercial guys. There's plenty of bait there. No exotics for us. We were checking the shallow water halibut bite. We didn't find it. I don't know that it's getting going yet, but I'll tell you that the highlight of the trip was I had no idea how big leopard sharks get, because we all catch those 3, 4, occasional 5-footer. Dude, we caught one that was like giant. That was like, I could not believe that thing. Anyway, he's still out there.
How big was it, Mark?
Realistically, I would say 75, 80 pounds.
Whoa!
Like 6 foot long.
That's a big one.
And
That's a
big
big
around
one.
as a 5-gallon bucket. I've never seen one even close
cool.
to the size of this thing.
Wow.
And when he was coming up, the water was pretty clean, so we got a look of a deep color, and man, I was thinking that might have been the biggest halibut in the world for just a second. That didn't work out. Anyways, what I was really surprised about over there was the amount of bonita up the backside there, backside east. Holy crap, there was spots of breaking fish all over the place, and some really nice ones in there, 5-6 pounders, man. That was fun. Anyway, over at Clemente, no reports other than from the bass guys fishing the kelp lines and the boilers. Tackle bass fishing was pretty good. They had some nice weather, early until all this stuff come along. And but I got a feeling it may not be quite the same with the amount of rain that we're getting and runoff that'll come down there. So take a while for that to straighten out. Offshore, man, it's been good for this time of year on a mix of bluefin, yellowfin, kelp-hattie yellows, for the private boat guys, mostly that 302, 371 zone. But again, with this weather now and with all the storms that we got lined up coming, might be about over. But on the other hand, looking at the buoy reports this morning, all up and down the coast, it's all 66 and 67 still. So there's no telling what might be around after all this stuff blows through. So here's a sidebar for you. It's got nothing to do with our typical private boat fishing report, but I had a customer come in the store a couple of days ago and said, "What do you know about pismo clams?" And I said, "Well, not much other than they make wonderful sheephead bait if you scoop them out there." So as it turned out, they were on the beach at a fairly low tide. His daughter had found a whole bunch of pismos, but he didn't know anything about the limits or such, so they put them back as you're supposed to. But just so you guys know, a limit on a pismo is 4.5 inches. You have to have a rigid measuring device. It's like a lobster gauge. You have to bury the shorts back to exactly the location and depth where you found them. The limit is 10, and they surprisingly have hours that you can dig them. Half hour before sunrise to a half hour after sunset. So that's everything you need to know about pismo clam fishing. They are making a hell of a comeback. They were gone for many years for, I don't even know what the reason was, but they are coming back. So you guys make clam chowder or get world-class sheephead bait, that's how to do it.
They're good eating.
And that's our
for
report
sure.
for this
That's
week.
good stuff, man, and good information too, because Department of Fish and Wildlife is on the prowl for that type of violation.
Good to know you can't fish them in the middle of the night, because that's typically when I would have gone out.
Would you be out there?
Thanks a lot, DFW.
So, and of course, fishdope.com. Danny and the boys do such a great job. $30 off a new membership to fishdope.com using the code Hookup Now. Lowercase, no space. Hookup Now, your $30 code to fishdope.com. And Mark, how do we find you for good pismo clam info and more?
That was the whole gamut of the pismo clam info.
That's your pismo
It was
clam.
fun looking it up. But we're in Huntington Beach. We're on the corner of Bolsa Chica and Edinger. Phone number at stores area code 714-840-4262. Website pacificedgetackle.com. And stay dry, guys, man. We got some interesting stuff coming here.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot for that, Mark. Appreciate your report. And who knows what's going to happen next week. We'll talk to you next Saturday about it.
You got it. We'll see you, Pete.
All right.
Thanks, Mark.
Appreciate that very much. All right. That wraps up our catch report because Cedros is kind of Rosie's reports are done for the season.
Yeah, well, that is going to wrap up then. And we want to remind you, power your boat with Norrisk Lithium is the ultimate choice for marine adventures. Norrisk delivers unmatched starting, trolling, and electronics power. Norrisk batteries are packed with cutting-edge technology. Upgrade your marine power today. Set up your system at norrisklithium.com or go see the trolling motor doctor.
Yeah, good stuff there. Norrisk Lithium, it's absolutely incredible. And you do a lot of bass fishing. There's a lot of lithium batteries in the bass world,
Definitely,
right?
there is.
Yeah.
Switching over to lead acid to lithium.
Yeah. Do you have somebody that kind of specializes in this area on on lithium? Because it's you know, it's a different animal kind of.
There is. You go to like English Marine. That's our
English Marine,
closest like boat shop.
Yeah,
and
they do a lot.
They
Yeah,
do.
I know Kyle's a big Norsk lithium guy, so yeah, definitely check it out. Well, hey, you have a great text, huh?
I thought it was a fun one. It says, "Good morning, everybody. My question is for Steve. Really, my question is for Ben. Steve, did Ben Pinard put up his Rancho Lanera ring toss game in his room or the back patio?" And that's from Hills. Hills and Ventura.
That's a great question. It's outside in the back patio. We have like a pergola that hangs over in the perfect spot. And Ben and I, less than we used to, but definitely have challenges. We have games.
Have you mastered it?
Still no. He has. I tell you, since
Can you do it backwards yet?
I don't think so.
No.
But since he was a little kid, he would go down and just crush it randomly. And
Yeah.
so I'd bouncing it off my face, and he's ding ding.
Yeah.
So it's such a fun little. I'm so
That's
stoked
the
I
coolest.
have that.
That's
You know,
the
like
coolest thing.
anything in Ranch Leonera, that's just
Yeah,
like
that's a piece of history.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. Ian from San Diego writes, "Great shop, Dana Landing. What's the best weight and length of swim bait for spotties in the bay, Johnny?"
I would say swim bait. I'm going 3.5 inch, quarter to 3/8 ounce, depending on what size line you're fishing. So heavier line, the heavier the lead head. You know, if you go down to light line, you can fish quarter. There's a lot of the guys at the shop are fishing like 4 pound with a 16th ounce, you know, little tiny stuff. But for me, I'm kind of more quarter 3/8.
Now, Johnny, I need to know if you were going spotty fishing at the end of the day, are you still fishing a lead head and swim bait, or are you fishing something else? And I had one of those like feel old moments the other day at the shop, and myself and RC damn near had to kick these kids out of the store for just abusing the two of us so bad. I'm sure it's the same at Dana Landing. We get the e-bike crowd of kids, like 4 kids rolled up on their e-bike, backpack, single bass rod, and we're looking at all the different things. And we're asking about spotty fishing, and RC said, "Oh, you know, I would fish this 2.5 inch, you know, swim bait. Oh, it's plastic. What? That's lame. No, you know, we want a slow pitch jig or a hard bait or whatever else." And he's like, "Oh no, this how you get by." Oh, that's lame, old man. Like I'm not gonna fish that. And we were just like, "Are you kidding me?" Like it was good. I have had to go through it once, but it was the first time RC, who's younger than I but had to be called lame by a person much to his younger. Like, "Oh, lead head and a swim bait. Where you been, man? Sure, that was good 10 years ago. Where are you at now?"
Yeah, now it's like definitely the slow pitch jigs and the tail spins. Tail spins are big. The neck breaker style, like war baits, you know, with like a, you know, free swinging hook behind the lead head is huge. But for me, like, I don't fish swim baits that much in the bay. I like to fish more like a dart type jerk bait, you know, like a MC, little MC slugs and stuff like that. And it depends on light conditions and stuff. I also like fishing an A-rig though in the bay, which, you know, that's just kind of like multiple lead heads with swim tails. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff I fought, you know, like I fought with Gene. He's like, "Dude, you got to have Kitech in here." And I'm like, "Oh, you know, I don't want to take up the wall space. Everyone wants to buy like hand poured swim baits." And it's just like, dude, the amount of freaking Kitechs you sell is just unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Mike's shaking his head. Yeah.
I mean, it's well, I mean, they're great for the tackle shop because they only last like one fish.
Because if a fish looks at it too hard, the tail rips off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Swims by it too fast, the tail rips off.
But they have a good flavored scent to them too.
Yeah, they
get bit.
They do.
They get bit.
So who makes a Kitech bait?
Kitech baits.
It's called Kitech.
Yeah, they're like a
Kitech
Japanese.
swim bait.
It's like a Japanese kind of ribbed.
Soft plastic boot tail.
Real soft plastic boot tail, really thin. Some people say, "Oh, well, it doesn't count if you cut it on a Kitech." Like that. It's
come on.
Yeah, like it's that easy to catch fish on.
Wow.
So
I gotta get some.
Yeah, you'll catch everything on them.
I don't care as long as you catch your pairs, right?
Yeah.
It's like if it's against the rules,
You give me a 2.5 inch skinny MC swim bait on a 1/8 ounce darter head. That's the hill that I'm dying on when it comes to catching spotted bay bass.
Yeah, and it's funny. You're still a lead head and swim bait guy now and then, right?
Yeah.
Tell me
the
truth. Come on.
Yeah, but I like to fish I like to fish spinner baits and stuff like, I like to something that's got a little bit of movement, but it's really condition dependent. Like if it's a high sky, if it's clear out and the water's clean, like stuff that's like vibrating doesn't really get bit as well. That's when like a straight tail or like a tube bait, works really good. But, I'll go with like, my daughter will want to fish and we'll fish in the evening till sunset, and like she'll be catching fish on like a jerk shad, sled head jerk shad combo, which is like really good for people who aren't that good at fishing or not that familiar with the bay, because it's super weedless. As soon as the sun dips below the horizon, the A rig will just start getting crushed. So, it's one of those things where it's got to be low light level and it just attracts fish.
Wow. All right. Hey, this Dave in Ocean Beach wants to win the halibut derby. He wants to get in that Dana Landing halibut derby, and he wants to know, when you're targeting those halibut, what's best? Live, frozen bait, artificial bait, and what's the go-to rigging setup for that?
For halibut, definitely live bait, like live sardines. The bigger the bait, the bigger the fish. I like to do, like a 3-way swivel rig. Maybe 1 foot down to a sinker, and then 2 foot leader to the bait. A lot of guys use like a sliding rig. Similar situation, but the other thing I would do is like you do a drop shot style, like with a 6-inch fluke, and just leave that in the rod holder. That catches a lot of fish also.
Yeah.
Good way to get bites too when you're,
Really
if you're fishing something else, or if you're doing something. Yeah. You couldn't have said it better. That is it. But man, when it comes to halibut fishing, sure, you can catch them on all kinds of things. That is a live bait fish. Do you catch them on swim baits? Yes,
it is absolutely.
You catch them on something with an underspit, sure. Yeah. But that's, if your goal is to catch those things, that is a live bait fishery.
Yes.
So couple real quick texts here. And again, no name, no phone number, no card for you.
Anonymous.
Yeah, but it's such a good text that I'm going to read it. It says, John White is the best, wealth of knowledge. And he says, what do you think about Z-Man baits for the bay?
Like it depends. It's funny because I go off like the kids at work, because there's definitely some kids that's all they fish with, and there's certain ones, small swim baits, they last forever. They're made out of the Elastec plastic, and one of the kids who comes in, he will like religiously fish 4-inch to 5-inch Elastec, but he'll Texas rig it with a 1/4-ounce worm weight in front of it, so you can just drag it right through the grass. And we definitely sell a lot of Z-Man, and they work. And last year when we were down in Louisiana, that's all they fish with. They definitely work. You got to keep them segregated from your other plastics, and they don't. Because they're made out of that Elastec material. It's not friendly with your other plastics. And the other thing is they can be kind of difficult to get threaded onto your lead head and stuff. It's a different material, but once you figure out how to use it, it definitely works well.
Pinning it onto the lead head and getting it to sit flush and all those things are for sure a chore.
Yeah.
But once you get through, like rigging up an MC swim bait, you're straight as an arrow, perfect in 1 second.
Yeah.
A Z-Man is the opposite. You've got to struggle a little bit to get that on there. But on the flip side of things, once you do get that bait rigged on straight, you're fishing that bait all day.
And you can look, there's tutorials online where they show, like, because you got to like kind of pinch it in a certain spot and like pull like a lot harder than what you would think the plastic can handle to get them threaded onto a lead head or threaded onto a hook. But yeah, there's definitely, we sell a lot of it, and people do catch fish on them.
Freshwater too, Mike?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Works real well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Wayne Cotto, our co-host, is on the line. Good morning, Wayne.
Morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Hey, great to hear from you. You just came back from a Cedros trip, right?
I did. Yeah, we got out there this week, and it's the end of the season, and we were the only ones left on the island going out and fishing at the wreck side, at least. And we ran into some beasts of yellowtail too. They just pulled us around the island, And then, you know, you got the calicos boiling all around on bait. You had sheepshead, lingcod, whitefish. It was a good time. We had one day we got to go around the corner, you know, St. Augustine, Punta Colorado, and in the rocks and the kelp bed. And it was just like the old days where it's just every fish coming up and boiling into the kelp bed on the canopy, the weedless, you know, MC swim bait. You know, Corey would just be salivating right now on how many baits we used to get through them, and we just had a blast, just a blast.
Oh, that is so cool. And you were at Jeff Mariani's Cedros house, right?
Yeah, the Casa de Cedros is this new operation, formerly the Cedros Kayak Fishing. And so everybody, it's a 6-pack private charter plane going down across CBX to CJ. You get there, plane does 180 miles an hour. You're there in like hour 45 minutes. Yeah, it's 6 people. Everybody gets their own room. You know, they take care of you on all your laundry service, the food, the drink, other than alcohol, which, you know, we're self-sufficient on that one. And then, you know, you hang out at night in the garage taking care of your equipment and hang out in the fireplace after that. And it's just a great operation. And you know, you load on the Panga in his driveway, they cart you down the street and launch you right into the water. So you don't even have to go across steps.
Wow.
It's really nice.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
And there's he has 2 Pongas, 3 people per Ponga, or you can fish the kayak, right?
You can do any of that. It's all up to your group and your people. And just because one Ponga may want to do the kayaks and the other group doesn't, so it's up to the group.
Yeah. And it's Casa de Cedros, right?
It's what he's calling the new operation.
Yeah. So you could book the whole thing with 6 people and go down there and have a good time.
Absolutely, and it's just a different type of operation because it's more. I consider it more concierge service. You know, the 6 people is easier than 12. Obviously, to get things done.
Sure.
And then going across CBX couldn't be any easier. Just couldn't.
That's always the way to go. Hey, Wayne, you're at the PF. See, this Wayne's supposed to be retired, right?
Yeah.
Other than working, he's working for us now at Let's Talk Hook, of course. But you're at the PFMC meeting right now?
I am. I'm up in Orange County at the Pacific Fisheries Management Council meeting. It's right here by South Coast Falls and Costa Mesa. It's going on today through Wednesday. A lot of good things, important things for us because we're talking groundfish right now on a lot of topics. There's some highly migratory species topics. There's a little bit of pre-salmon work being done, but getting ready for next year on what to do about stock assessments, what to do on survey work, how to handle some of the modeling. So a lot of good conversations going on this week, or weekend through the week, and they're all important to our future.
Yeah, well, cool, Wayne. Well, thanks for continuing your hard work there, and thanks for the report from Cedros. It sounds like a good time.
Sounds like good. Hey, have a good trip, or have a good meeting. All right, talk to you guys. Bye.
All right, thanks, Wayne.
See you,
Appreciate
Wayne.
that. Always fun. Wayne Cotto is a great addition here to Let's Talk Hookup. We appreciate him doing all the things that he does out there.
No doubt about it. Hey, I had a great question come through. It said, hey, good morning, guys. What a fun show. My question is for Mike. I had a question about taking your private boat onto our local lakes. Could you talk a little bit about the steps needed to launch at our lakes? I only fish saltwater right now, and I heard it can be a nightmare due to inspections, etc. I'd love to take our little center console fishing at San Vicente to do some bass fishing. And that's from Rory in Lakeside.
Yeah. Hey, Rory. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Show up to the lake, buy a fishing permit, boat launch at the booth or in the general store if it's open. If it's not open, you got to use an Iron Ranger. So there's no really big inspections, only up in northern or Little North County, Diamond Valley, Paris. They'll check your boat. You need a certain rating engine so it's clean enough for the water. Other than that, all the local lakes are pretty good.
If he lives in Lakeside, wants to go to San Vicente, it's just a matter of buying the permit for it and putting it in the water.
Correct.
No inspections necessary.
Yeah, no inspections necessary. It does have to be up to par with all the boat regulations and safety equipment. So,
Do you have to have a 4-stroke motor?
Nope.
Oh, you don't?
Nope.
Wow.
That's awesome. And how is fishing at San Vicente? I mean, a center console saltwater guy doesn't do a ton of it. Can you go out there and make a day of it?
Definitely. Yep.
Peace.
So you go fish light worms right now, little jig head minnows, like scope and rig, basically. If you guys know what forward-facing sonar is, so you can go scope them out and find some schools around. So not a lot of big fish, but a lot of small fish.
How about how about a guy like that? Again, I always think of the saltwater guy that doesn't do a ton of fishing. Could he come in and do the live bait thing and
100%.
Stop at ECBT, pick up a couple dozen shiners,
Yep.
and make a cheat code for a day.
100%.
Probably not going to be Mike's game plan for the day, but I mean, a guy that just wanted to go get some bites or something.
Oh yeah, we call it the get bait kit.
Sure.
A couple dozen shiners, pack of split shots, and some bait hooks.
Perfect.
That's me.
That's it. Yeah. Sign me up for one of those, please.
Yeah. I'll take those. You mentioned forward-facing sonar. Is that pretty much the deal? Everybody's has a $5,000 forward-facing sonar now.
Almost.
That wants to be in the game.
Yep. Any
Yeah.
tournament fisherman who's guaranteed to the game, like they're really focused on that. Some days, like if you don't have it, you're not cashing a check at all.
Really?
And now it's like 90% of the time.
Really?
Yep.
So there's a couple, like I know Lowrance makes one. I know Garmin makes one. Which one's the most popular?
Probably the Garmin,
The
Pan
Garmin.
Optics.
Yeah. So I had a discussion with a buddy actually in Montana because he uses it up there for trout fishing in the lakes, Chris. And we were talking about how the noise level of the forward-facing sonar affects trout. And it seems like the Garmin is quieter than the Lowrance. Do you know anything about that?
I do not know. I know the
Yeah.
Lowrance one, you can hear the pinging out of the water a little bit. Other than that, I think the fish kind of get used to it after a
Do
while.
They hear
And
it so much.
They do hear it so much, and then if it comes around and if they're pressured enough, you'll watch them scan over a school of fish, and they'll start dispersing.
Dispersing.
when
So
it
it definitely has an effect.
It does.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but you're still better off with it.
Yeah, you are.
So do you turn it off when you want to target those fish that scatter away?
Sometimes, not necessarily, or you just move on to find another school of fish.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're likely not going to turn it off because seeing how that fish reacts to your lure is probably more important. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things
Yeah.
like that. The pros outweigh the cons by such a great. Does it make noise and can it affect them? Sure, but had you not had that, you wouldn't have even known that fish is there to be affected. You know, and the next spot doesn't. You know,
Yeah.
and being able to see if that fish reacts in a positive or negative way to what you're doing or how you're doing. I mean, you are going, when you have that system dialed in, you are undoubtedly going to catch a lot of fish that you otherwise would not have caught.
Games ahead of
Period.
everything else.
It
It's like
eliminates a lot of dead water.
Yeah.
So
it's like your gyros or anything else. Like it is it an expensive investment? Absolutely it is.
Yeah.
Can all of us afford to have it? Nope. But you know what? The second that you can, it is immediately taking you to the
You
next
gotta
level.
have it.
You don't have to have a pair of gyros to go fishing, but is there even a chance in the world that you would go without them?
No.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely not.
Gotta have it.
So freshwater, it's the same kind of deal
Totally.
as a pair of gyros.
correct.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do
it
you have,
is.
do you
It
have
is.
it on your boat?
I don't.
You don't?
Nope.
Yeah. But, yeah. But you got to get it.
Definitely.
It's like on the
It's
on the
pricey.
list.
It
right?
is.
Steve needs to give you a raise so he can get it. You can get the.
That'd be nice.
Hey, kind of a very sad thing to talk about now, and that's Mikey from San Diego Fish and Sips. It seems that they found his kayak overturned, and we don't know what the end result, but that's basically it's gone from a rescue to a recovery mission now. I know, Rick, you know a lot more than I do about it.
I mean, I don't know more than anybody else does it. I'm just saddened by it for sure. You know, I mean, that was a good dude that had a very great attitude on things and was low key and loved to go fishing and put videos on YouTube. And I've seen a bunch of them. You know, all of us like seeing the things that we like to do. And, you know, nobody said anything bad about that guy ever. Just an easygoing, good person who loved to go fishing. And, you know, and it's terrible. You know, I mean, there's nothing more to say than just a really tough situation, and the heart goes out to everybody. And you know, hope for a miracle that you know everything does work out on the better side. But yeah, I mean, just I don't know what to say other than I really feel for him and the people, and it's a very sad thing. And I don't know what to say beyond that. My heart goes out. That's for sure,
and his family too. Getting lots of texts like, what's going on with that? We really don't know anything more than what has been publicized.
Yeah.
I know it's been on the media and a lot, and of course online and such like that.
I mean, I was the same thing when I knew who he was for sure, not personally or anything, but I'm very, very aware of, and you couldn't not see it on social media. And I was just like everybody else. I don't know anything that hasn't been posted. You know, I think Western Outdoor News has done a very good job of kind of keeping up to date with the things, you know, and clearly in touch with people who are there. And so, yeah, I just, what more can you say? I hope that there's still a miracle out there, but it's a tough one. And, you know, just it calls into all the things. You just try to keep your safety up and be smart as you can about things. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm bummed about it for sure. What a cool guy that just liked to go fishing and then post videos about it. Not a huge sponsor driven or anything like that. Just a one of us that like to go fishing and then share about it.
Yeah, that's very sad. Hey, moving on. Bruce in San Diego says Lemon Grove store is the best ice tackle license, great service, everything you need at Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle. So nice kudos to them. Yeah, like
Thank you.
Yeah. I had another phone call, fun text. This one says for John. Hey, John, I'm interested in bay bass fishing. Could you go over the same outfit that Mike did? What is a good, affordable start for a bay bass outfit for someone younger? I'm looking for a Christmas gift. Could you give me an idea with a good outfit without spending too much money?
We've got several combos. Like I would say a light spinning combo, like 2,500 size reel. And we have Daiwa and Shimano, and they usually start around $70 for the better quality ones and go up to about $139. I would probably put for fishing in the bay, I'd put 20-pound braid, and then you can use a leader of anywhere from 10 to 15 or 20-pound test, and that's a really good. We sell not a million, but hundreds of these combos to get people started. The more money you spend on it, the more saltwater resistant it's going to be. Let's put it that way, and a little bit smoother. So for under $150, you can get something really nice. For under for over 60, under 100, you can get something very decent and serviceable.
And like Johnny said, like all of our guys, those kids fish the bay. If they're not working, they're fishing. Right. And like literally you can get set up with what Johnny said and then come in once a week and just go ask those kids, because they're like, oh, it was the last 4 nights I've fished this or whatever. I mean, it's nonstop information. It is just like instant. I mean, that goes for the freshwater for sure. But Dana Landing, there's so many people, they just come in, you see them every couple of days and they find out what bait's been working the last couple of days or whatever they're seeing out there.
Yeah. And finding, I think for the beginning angler, it's like, it's a lot of it has to do with when you fish, and looking at the tide movement and picking out the best times that you can fish, has more almost to do with your success than which lure you're using and stuff. And then as you get more into it, you'll find that there's like certain lures and certain conditions work better, so, it's a puzzle, but there's certain people that are into it, and once they start to get it, it clicks over, and then they, when we have all the stuff that people are, asking for when they go. So,
and that's what you're good at. Both you, Mike at ECBT, the guys at Lemon Grove, and you at Dana Landing. That's what you guys do. Is you help people get the right stuff.
And it's not always me, it's going to be like, I know what the different employees have been fishing for recently. And I'm going to put you in touch with the person on the staff who's most recently been doing this and has his system down, and try to work it that way.
I know exactly what you're saying with that. People come in and ask for me to help them with a bait. You're like, oh, I heard you talk about it on the radio show. I'm like, well, I'll help you for sure. But like that kid right there has fished the last 4 days in a row and was late to work this morning because he was fishing also. So like, yes, I can help you, but I promise you there's much better info to be had than me.
Talk to him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, when we come back, we got more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way, including more of your text messages. We got catch reports and more. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California Sport Fishing Voice on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook, and YouTube Live.
Hi, this is Christy Wheeler with Dawson and Associates Insurance, your full-service agency specializing in boat insurance, including charter, commercial, and personal use boats, business insurance, and travel insurance. We work hard to get you the most coverage for the best prices and guarantee the lowest rates available on all the travel plans we offer. So give us a call today at Dawson and Associates Insurance at 619-460-5615 for a free quote today.
Time to talk about great gear from Shimano, and you guys heard it from these guys. I mean, talk about introductory, great introductory spinning outfits, and Shimano makes it, right?
They do.
Right? Yeah.
Correct.
Which ones are you recommending now?
Ooh. Personally, my favorite's the new Vanford.
Vanford.
Yeah, Shimano Vanford 2500 for
Yeah.
freshwater. So
They have another like relatively new inexpensive Marivelle or
Yep, the
something
Shimano
like
Marivelle.
It was like under $150, and it was a really smooth. Not like I was surprised. Like it felt like a $200-ish reel that was in that like
100%.
$125 range. I really
that's a
liked
really
that
nice
thing.
one.
Yeah, and that, like you say, you have everything from an $89 combo all the way up to the ultimate
Shimano Stella,
right?
yep,
Yeah,
correct.
I mean, there's everything in between. Check it out at your local Shimano dealer. The spinning reel assortment is amazing.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar for the long-range fishing experience. Spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at royalstarsportfishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
The lighter the bite and the cleaner the water means one thing. Need a thinner leader, more natural presentations. That's where Seaguar Gold Label leader material shines. It's Seaguar's thinnest leader material yet. That means it's even less visible underwater and creates more natural presentations for better catch rates on leader-shy fish. With exceptional knot and tinsel strength, this advanced leader material is now available from 2-pound test for fishing trout in the Sierra to 80-pound test for big yellowfin in Guadalupe. Get Seaguar Gold Label at your favorite tackle dealer or learn more at seaguar.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Having a great time here this morning, talking fishing, fun times with the guys from ECBT, Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, and Dana Landing. Speaking of fun times and great fishing, it's time to find out what's going on in the Baja. We got the Baja Report with Chris Moyers with Smokey's Curing Company in Cantina. Our Baja Report today is sponsored by Terrafin Sea Surface Temperature Charge. Focus your fishing in the most productive areas by using Terrafin. They have sea surface temperature, chlorophyll, currents, sea height, and more. And with Terrafin Mobile, you can access your charts on your phone or any mobile device. Check Terrafin.com for more information. We got him, Smokey himself. Chris standing by. Good morning, Chris.
Pedro, Rick, guys, buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Bueno.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? Great show, by the way.
Excelente. Thank you very much. A lot of knowledge in this studio today, for sure.
I'll tell you, man, it's always like that, but I mean, it's today especially.
Thanks,
for sure.
Chris. Thanks.
So, yep. So anyway, guys, as you know, we're winding down our season here. We've got actually great fishing year round down here, but this is the time of year where it starts winding down due to the north winds, with it's kiteboarding season. So we had the wind blow about 3 days this past week, which affects the bite a little bit. But the guys, the limited boats that are going out, we're still getting smaller yellowfin tuna right there close in to shore off of Puna Pescadero and El Cardinal to the north. And then we got, really nice tuna and wahoo bite way down south at El Limon. We got some tuna in the 50, 60 pound range down there and some nice wahoo. And a few more wahoo come in from down there off Los Frailes. And as far as really no Dorado to speak of, but just really tuna and wahoo. And then for the billfish, we had, quite a few, we're still seeing blues and quite many sailfish. The striped marlin bite fell off a little bit, but as I said, we'll have good fishing, for throughout the year. But as far as the locals that live here, we just look at the wind reports and fish around the wind. So we'll say, hey, well, next week it looks like it's going to lay down for a few days, and then we'll go hit it and hit it good. So that's where we're at right now. So that's about it, guys.
Well, now it's pouring rain up here in Southern California. What's it like in the East Cape right now?
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah,
bro.
of course.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
it's about 75, 80 degrees.
No.
I mean, no,
You're killing
it's
us,
perfect. And today there's just a slight breeze. It looks like there might be a little bit of kiteboarding later in the day, but it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. So yeah, I apologize for that.
How's the bite at Smokies?
Oh man, the bite's going off, man, and we're doing. We're always busy. With especially in the evenings with the sports, and today and tomorrow. With football and everything. But we're kind of switching gears, we're going to smoke some. Well, our first time we're going to smoke some chicken wings. About a couple 100 pounds of chicken wings in the next couple days. So I've been doing a lot of research with that, and that's going to be fun. And then we'll start, diversifying and being able to do a little bit more like stuff like beef jerky. And, as we're not smoking fish every day, we can concentrate on other products. So we're gearing up for all that. But the bite's always good at Smokies. The tequila flows like leche miel, and the beer's always free manana.
Yeah. All right. And if somebody wants to get more info on Smokies, they're great processing for your fish when you're down in the East Cape, or of course booking Vaquera for this season or next. How do we do that?
Get a hold of me the best way. Just call me on my cell at 858-231-1358, or email me at BajaSmokeDog with 2 G's at Gmail. You can reach us at VaqueraSportFishing.com, and we'll be able to take care of all your needs.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Your uplifting report. Great. And we'll look forward to it next Saturday.
All right, guys. Take care.
Wait. Oh, he's got a question. Wait, Rick's got a question.
I was just going to say, I was just going to say, I always look forward to Chris' report. There's something that was just a little bit harder to handle today, knowing that it's 80 degrees. There's cold Pacificos to be had. It's soggy and windy and foggy and cold at home right now. Like, I want to be down there so bad. Right? That sounds so good.
Hey, don't forget about the shrimp tacos, Rick, with those cold Pacificos.
I'm insulted that you think I would forget. I'm insulted that you think I could ever forget about that.
You could be down there in 2 hours.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
quick flight, CBX, no money. Count me in.
Yeah, exactly.
See you, Chris.
Exactly, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you next Saturday. Appreciate the report.
And free beer manana.
Free beer manana.
Yeah, it's just such a good deal.
Yeah, such a good deal.
Yeah, I love it, man. That's
so
a
if
fun
you get
one.
their manana, you get free beer.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
it. He just said the problem is that people are always showing up a day early for it. Yeah.
All right.
It's all right. Manana, though.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a fun text. Says, Mike, since trout season is done in the Sierras, where do you recommend float tubing here in San Diego? I'm saving up for my Hobie kayak. I'm just not quite there yet. From Bob and IB.
Oh, you can go. I'd actually float tube El Cap. Yeah, I've been out there the last couple of weeks.
Because there's no big boats.
There's no big boats, low pressure.
Yeah.
Fishing's good right now.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah. And easy to launch kayak or a float tube?
Yep. They have a full open launch ramp, basically, just not in the water.
Crawdads biting out there?
Yep. You can find some crawdad, yeah.
Go get some crawdads at ECBT and
Oh, we actually don't have any crawdads at the moment.
Not right now.
No, we probably won't see any for a little bit because of the rain.
Oh,
they're going to bury themselves in the
Sure.
mud, so it's going to be harder for them.
All right.
That makes sense.
But when is crawdad season? Is it more in the January, February?
Yeah, a little bit after the storms happen.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
How dialed in do people have? I mean, I know that it hasn't been long, but like, is this the type of thing where guys will start to have very dialed in car topper rigs because of this, or is the water level at Cap not such a plaguing problem that that's something that a guy needs to add to his arsenal?
No, there are some guys that are getting into that car
Okay.
topper rig. They're dialing it all in,
Yeah.
this and that. It might not last very long. It
Sure.
goes after the storm. We're crossing our fingers.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully get some rain, get some water in our lakes. So.
But I could see it for sure. I mean, you've got your bitch and bass boat and everything, but there's applications where you need the small John boat, whatever that you can pick up and put in, and then with that,
bass buggy.
yeah, exactly. with that, guys get crazy dialed in too.
Mhm.
That's cool.
So there's Hodges too. Unfortunately, Hodges
Okay.
is closed for the season, but next spring they're allowing car toppers,
There you
kayaks,
go.
float tubes. So,
So
that's kind of the
But a guy could put that rig together and then all of a sudden start to have access to places where not a lot of people can get to because they don't have that rig.
true.
I like it.
When you describe a car topper boat, what is a car topper boat?
Anything between 8 to maybe 12 feet long, you can load into the back of the bed of a truck. It doesn't have a trailer, or literally on top of like a van or a car.
Okay. And then you throw an outboard on it, trolling motor on it.
Either or.
Yeah.
So put all your graphs, all your gear on there, and have a couple
Sonar on
guys.
it. The whole
Yep.
thing. Yeah. Could have it all dicked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Hey, interesting question here from Brian in San Diego. And Brian wants to know about halibut. Great show. Any tips for the guys making bait in the bay targeting halibut? I've tried to use sabikis to catch smelt with limited luck. Curious if there is a better place to look for them and any other tactics you can help catch the natural bait.
If you can get them chummed up, the smelt will bite sabikis, but you got to use really small, like size 12 or size 14. But most guys I know who fish for smelt, they'll use like one guy who comes in, he makes like his own sabiki rig where he ties little hooks on that he baits with bread. He'll put like 4 hooks on, and they'll use really light. They'll buy like 5-pound test Spectra so they can feel them. And I know someone else who fishes smelt all the time, and he uses like a bobber rig with breadcrumbs on,
and a real small hook,
with a really small hook with bread on it. A lot of times they use little size 20 treble hooks, little gold treble hooks. But you just have to. You kind of have to like get them gathered, People have different theories. Some people throw like flour out there and it'll clump into little balls and then, break up some muscles or something. But it's kind of a chum thing to get them going. And
where's a location you can find them?
Anywhere,
around
usually,
the docks.
Yeah, kind of around the docks. You have to, this time of year you can get down on the docks without getting, the loading docks for the launch ramps. You're not really supposed to fish off there, but if they're not busy, sometimes you can get in there. There's some different like dip nets, umbrella type nets that people use also.
That are legal.
Yeah.
Do you guys sell those umbrella nets?
Yeah. We sell umbrella nets, and there's one that's almost like it's like a hoop net with like a monofilament net in it, and we sell a lot of those. And
that's for smelt.
They set them down. They'll catch anchovies in those too, but they'll kind of chum above them and then lift them up. They use them off the piers a lot of times.
Okay,
you get the smelt going off the piers.
And is smelt a really good halibut bait?
I think it's decent. It's cheaper than buying a half scoop of
it's
sardines
better
or
than
anchovies.
a sardine though.
I don't know if it's any better. I think in the bay it's really good. They're a smelt is like, if you've ever fished with them for bait, they don't really do much.
Yeah.
They're not like, they don't swim. They just kind of sit there, but they definitely do get bit on.
But they're alive. And if you're fishing the rocks or the shore
Yeah.
or the beach or a dock and you've got an opportunity and a cool setup to fish it, I mean,
Yeah.
you're talk about putting yourself ahead of the game.
They definitely work. And I know, some of the guys that are avid shore fishermen, they go during grunion runs and they they'll catch the grunion and bag those up. But real cleanly, all laying the same direction and stuff. And those work really good. Also just a fresh frozen grunion.
There's so many things that, aren't the thing that we think about when I go to Dana Landing. When I go to Dana Landing, I'm thinking offshore tackle, all the great info that, that you and Bubba and the crew has. But I mean, there's so much bait making opportunity, ghost shrimp pumps, umbrella nets, hoop net. I mean, like, it really is. It's everything, and that's the fun stuff for this time of year. Sure, when it's wide open tuna fishing, it's easy to get caught up thinking about all the big bluefin rigging that you guys do. But this time of year for going down to the beach and pumping shrimp and catching your own bait, I mean, you guys really have all of it.
Corey Sandin just texted me, and we have such a great co-host group here, and Corey Sandin is certainly right there at the top. And he says, "Ask Johnny about a lively shrimp pumps."
Alvi
shrimp pumps.
Alvi we're phasing out because Promar has come out with the stainless steel shrimp pump.
Okay.
So
Promar's coming out with stainless.
They have one. We've sold probably 30 of them by now. I mean, it's all stainless steel, and none have come back.
Nice pumps.
So nice pumps. Alvi was always the standard, but in the last couple of years, for whatever reason, the material they're using for the gasket would gum up and kind of glue inside the tube. I don't know what the issue was, and I hadn't really been able to figure it out. So we just kind of phased those out. But we're the main thing with the stainless tube.
Yeah, I was going to say, why does one use a stainless over PVC?
Is just the thickness of the tube. So when you're pushing PVC through, it's got some thickness to it. So you got to really push on it to get it through the sand. When you're sucking with the stainless, it goes in real easy.
And the weight of it and everything too.
And you're not talking about the diameter of the tube. You're talking about the wall diameter of the material.
Yeah, the wall thickness of the material. And once you've used the stainless, it's like you can't go back to the PVC. So yeah, but we still have both. But definitely those Promar ones, we're crushing it with them, and I've had no complaints, and they're holding up really well.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And are they cheaper
than the Alvi? No, they're around the same price, but still like Bubba bought an Alvi when we were in high school, which was
they last forever,
a long time ago, and he still has it. So if it's
3 times as expensive, but it lasts 10 times as long,
and they work
forever.
And they're more effective.
And they're definitely more effective.
Yeah. And why is it so good to pump your own ghost shrimp?
Well, we don't sell live ghost shrimp.
Yeah, and it's awesome bait, right?
It's definitely awesome bait. You can catch pretty much anything that swims in that bay will eat ghost shrimp.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the Wyatt and Dad program. We go down to our boat and at Dana Landing and fish ghost shrimp on a split shot, and you are going to get bites. Our milk run routine is to go down to our boat, get a bunch of ghost shrimp, we break them in half, sprinkle a couple around, put them on a hook, catch a half a dozen spotties in an hour or two, then go see Johnny, get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then head back for the house. Like that's why it's favorite fishing day, and we do it all the time. It's like it's so easy.
And especially the one thing we sell a ton of also that is caught on in recent years is like the miracle thread or magic thread. And it's like a really thin elastic that you can, because ghost shrimp are fragile bait. So, you half the time you cast them off. So you kind of just lay your hook alongside of it and wrap it up with this little, real kind of transparent elastic. And your bait lasts a lot longer. That's it. And I mean, we sell hundreds of spools of this stuff. So it's definitely.
And it's called what?
It's called like magic thread or miracle thread.
You have that at the
we do.
too, yeah.
Yep.
You said that you cast a ghost shrimp off about half the time. I can assure you that Wyatt's number is about 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I want to cast that one also. All right, here we go. Here goes
There we
another
go.
one.
You better get some of that miracle
that's
thread.
the
man.
next thing on my
gotta,
list.
Yeah,
for sure.
got to go to Dana Landing or ECBT. Do you use ghost shrimp in freshwater?
No, we don't.
No.
It's
a
saltwater bait.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of freshwater, Dan in El Cajon wants to know where the best trout fishing in San Diego County is. He wants to take a kid and he wants to teach a kid how to fish.
Right now, there's Santee Lakes, Lake Jennings, and Cuyamaca. Out of all three of them, the stock trout so far, I'd go up to Lake Cuyamaca.
Cuyamaca is so awesome.
That's a
cool Great place for a kid. Beautiful in the pines.
Best scenery around.
They have nice rental boats.
True.
Yeah, you can float tube up there. Yep. Fish from shore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The water's a lot colder, so the trout are a little more active.
Yeah.
They'll bite a lure a
and they
lot
fight
better.
harder.
They do.
Yeah. So what do you recommend? What lure? If you're going to trout fishing, taking a kid, are you using live bait lures? What do you?
I do a little lure and then just good old power bait dough.
Power bait
dough can't go wrong.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a lure, any mini jigs, hookup baits, Sierra slammers.
Okay.
We're carrying the Golden State tackle mini jigs here coming up soon.
Okay.
So those are really popular.
And what's the rig if you're fishing power bait?
Power bait, just good old Carolina rig, between an 8 to 18-inch leader. Depends on how deep the trout are sitting off the bottom. So
how much weight?
Depends how far you want to cast out.
Yeah. Treble hook?
Treble hook.
Like a number 22 or something?
Not that small.
No.
I do number 12 down to size 18.
Okay.
Anywhere between there.
All right. And what color power bait?
I would typically do the rainbow.
The rainbow.
Yeah. A lot of guys like the spring green, salmon egg color.
Yeah.
Or the salmon peach is a popular color as well.
And what pound test are you putting in your leader?
2 to 4 pound.
2 to 4 pound.
Yep.
Fluorocarbon or
just good old mono.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, because the fluoro would sink your bait.
Yes, fluoro would want to sink your bait out down a little bit more.
And the idea is power bait floats. So,
exactly.
Yeah. So the sinker will be on the bottom, the power bait will be up in the bite zone.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Be a good, yeah, lots of good stuff.
All right. Hey, and another fun one says, good morning, guys. Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle has become my go-to shop close to home. Dustin is the best when it comes to customer service. He's always friendly, even when I bug him at 5 a.m. before hitting the water. And if he didn't carry it, he'll have it ordered and stocked shortly thereafter. Thanks for opening up a shop show close to Midtown so we don't have to drive all the way into Point Loma or Mission Bay. And that's from Dennis in National City.
It's great to hear.
All right.
That's why we opened it.
Thanks, Dennis.
Good stuff. Hey, Scott in Oceanside wants to know if you have a favorite halibut bounce ball rod.
Ooh.
Rod?
Yeah, with the halibut derby coming up Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Well, you need something heavy enough to, tow a 2-pound sinker.
Yeah.
So most like the guys I know who do it, they'll use like a 700H or like a CalStar 670 or 610. Kind of it's not super critical, but you need something that's beefy enough to handle that huge sinker.
Yeah.
Without folding over. But yeah,
lever drag reel
doesn't have to be a lever drag reel. Just something, they usually use, you want to run braid, 60-pound, 65-pound braid, something that'll hold that. Like a lot of them use like a Torium 20, with 60-pound braid is like kind of the standard.
Mm-hmm.
The guys I know commercial bounce ball fish, they use the they'll use something like that, or like a, some of them use a little lever drag reel also, like a Speedmaster or a Penn Fathom, something like that. Just a real basic beater reel. There's more to it than just the rod and reel.
Yeah.
There's definitely some intricacies to
Speed
the
of the
technique,
boat.
the speed of the boat, and
The rig.
Yeah, very very slow. The rig.
How do you learn that? How do you learn how to rig a bounce ball? setup?
Like the
Screw
guy
it up a lot. YouTube it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could, like, it's Mike Yoder, who I know, who commercial fishes out there. Like, he tried it for years, and then when one of his buddies who was really good at it, his boat broke down, and he had to fish with him for a season. That's how he learned.
That's how he learned.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things where you got to kind of experiment until you find until you start getting bites, and then once you start getting bites, you're just recording that technique.
And when you're fishing with dodgers, speed makes a huge difference, but also like inches of length in rigging can make world of difference in how that dodger affects how your bait or lure fishes behind that thing.
But it's a deadly effective method to catch big fish, right?
And it's funny because a lot of people put video cameras on their bounce ball rigs now, and you always think of halibut as being like an ambush predator that buries in the sand, and when something comes by, they blow out at it. But when you watch their videos, these things just follow them forever.
Really?
They just swim along behind it. And if there's a big one, if there's a female, like a bigger one, there's always two small males with it. But they follow those things forever before they bite it.
What a trip! I would have thought that.
They're just swimming around down there.
I'm the same.
Pretty interesting.
I know that thing's buried. I know it's going to eat it in 1 second. I would have thought that. That's cool. Hey, when we come back, we're going to find out who's got themselves $100 to ECBT, to Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, or Dana Landing. More Let's Talk Hookup when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook, and YouTube Live.
Looking for the ultimate Alaska fishing experience and the best value in Alaska? Look no further than Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. A trip to Kingfisher includes everything you need to make your experience legendary. The finest fishing fleet in Sitka with the best captains, deluxe accommodations, gourmet food, world-class fish processing, and the best part, it's all included for one amazing price. Kingfisher is Let's Talk Hookup's most popular destination. Hundreds of listeners have experienced Kingfisher Charters, and most go back again and again. You have probably heard a lot of big promises from other Alaska lodges, only to find there were lots of hidden charges. Not Kingfisher. Everything is included. 10-hour fishing days, your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, and fishing gear. All you bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. Kingfisher Charters, your Alaska fishing destination. 800-727-6136 or check kingfishercharters.com.
A top fleet and superb fishing is what Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, it's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limit, El Gato Dos, Pride, Tribute Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open party schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
Take a closer look at the Ford F-150. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. The 2025 Ford F-150, whether it's gas, hybrid, or the all-electric Lightning, find the truck that will meet your needs. From California's best-selling truck brand, the 2025 Super Duty, the rugged Ford Ranger, and the versatile Ford Maverick, it's time to see Ford in a new light. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealer today to see the great selection across the full truck lineup. Inside information is everything when it comes to catching fish in Southern California. You need a code group to connect with what's happening on the water. FishDope.com is your code group. Inside information available at your fingertips 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane, along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. They become your code group. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Catine, 365 days a year. FishDope.com has online planning tools, temperature and chlorophyll charts, hot bite icons, and more. Take it from me, if you don't have FishDope.com, you're not part of the In the Know crowd. Membership is affordable and good for an entire year. Plus, use the special code and save $30 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
Have you been looking for a live bait hook that keeps live bait alive? Look no further than Japan's leading fish hook, Gamakatsu. It's the little things that make the difference, and Gamakatsu hooks drive the point home with an absolute perfect bend and ideal barbs. Your bait swims harder and longer. And when you get bit, Gamakatsu hooks bite back with a vengeance. All hooks are not the same. Go with Gamakatsu for infinite success. Gamakatsu, simply the best. Check gamakatsu.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Okay, it's time to find out. No need to flip the coin today
No
because there's a
coin.
winner for both. $100 shopping spree going to, on the caller side, congratulations, Carrie from Fallbrook. And on the texter side, Scott from North County. Congratulations, you guys. $100 going to ECBT,
Yeah.
Lemon Grove, or Dana Landing.
Either one, whatever you want. There you go. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And thank you, Steve, for those generous donations. And thanks for running through great shops. We sure appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate you having us on.
Yeah. And
Thank you.
And how do we find Dana Landing, Johnny?
Ingram Street across from SeaWorld, 619-226-2929.
All right. And ECBT, Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle?
We're across the street from the Lakeside Rodeo Grounds on Main Avenue, number 619-390-9112.
All right. And then Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle?
They are on Broadway Avenue, off Broadway in Lemon Grove. Number 619-461-1214.
Good. Oh, Steve's
boy.
impressed.
Oh,
See? Yeah. And then, of course, again, the big Dana Landing Saturday after Thanksgiving Halibut Derby, the Halibut Classic SD.com, right?
Yep.
Or
Or
just go to
DanaLanding.com.
DanaLanding.com and sign up, limited to 40 teams.
2 people signed up while we were on the show today.
Hey,
Sweet.
right on.
All right. Get in on it. That's going to be fun. Tomorrow on Let's Talk Hookup, Valerie Hoprich from Haida Safaris, formerly Queen Charlotte Safaris. That's going to be a great show. 7 to 9 a.m. right back here on YouTube, Facebook Live, Let's Talk Hookup app, and 97.3 The Fan. We'll see you then.